that I saw the other day.
Oh yeah.
Christopher Woman.
Gone, what the? That is a little too on.
That was literally the night that fucking we did the first session with Gom.
That's a little too on the nose, huh?
I know. It's like, Oon, come on, be a little more subtle with it.
Come on
Yeah,
now.
Oon.
Yeah, I stole it from that guy.
No,
You
no,
know
no.
what?
I thought you were
that's
that
just your
guy.
alt. That's just your alt right there.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
That's what I've been saying.
Christopher Robin.
Christopher Robin.
This is like the third week in a row that we've done this. This
I
is
killed
Christopher
them.
Robin joke.
Not just the men, but the women and the children too.
Okay, dude. Okay, bro. Suppose you are.
The Anakin we
Interesting
always
stuff.
needed.
Christopher Robin.
Gone ends up killing people. Okay. We did some...
These guys look a little kind of. These guys look a little scary.
They do look a little gross.
Not for me. Wipes
I
dust
was
off
talking
shoulder.
about.
Wipes sweat off other shoulder.
I was talking about Benedict.
Oh,
What?
he looks a little scary.
I'm scary?
Yeah.
What, are you afraid of the single bulging vein on my arm?
Yeah, we don't know how much
think there's-
how much pump he got in there.
I guess we know he's a lefter.
Wait.
The tough lefty.
Say it again to me. Say that fucking again. Call me a lefty again, I'll kill you. With my right arm.
Alright, we're going to add everyone into combat.
He looks like a Left 4 Dead tank.
That's what I was thinking.
If all of you would like to turn your combat on, and I'm
Game's
going to
paused.
start.
BT the
Oh, yeah,
W.
that's why.
What does it mean to turn your combat on?
If you click your token and you see a little sword thing in the bottom right, sword and shield,
Okay.
just let that and add you to the encounter, and you can roll your initiative whenever you please.
I please.
I don't know why that.
Will you
why-
please?
You
will.
I'm
initiating, dude.
Walter.
Jesus Christ! these
Roll
guys suck
initiative,
big
Walter.
nuts.
What the fuck is me and Gum rolling?
Well, we rolling great.
Jesus Christ! My
Great.
stuff rolling very good. Okay.
I'm about to do something insanely
And
cool.
I'll add Kira to this as well. And I'll roll for them. You guys have access to Kira's... Oh, that's Jackal, shit. You guys have access to Kira's stuff, right? Oh, fuck, I didn't mean to get rid of Jackal. No,
No.
yes?
No,
Oh, someone does, right?
I didn't
Does
try.
no one?
I can see
Oh, you
her
can do it.
shape, but I can't move her or anything.
Oh yeah.
Here, hold
I can
Oh,
move
who's-
him.
Okay, here, I'll just give access to everyone real fast. So you guys can take care of Kira
I was
As
throwing
Kira.
rocks at my teammates.
until Kira's back, of course. Are you sure you can move them, Un? Oh, maybe that's why. Does I have you changed?
I can't move him either.
Yeah, I see why.
Oh, I forgot to. I should have summoned Grep. My
Okay, you
bad.
guys have that. Well, I would just assume here you may not have Grep summoned because you guys are all going to bed. So I'd kind of assume this might have been one of those situations where
Yep.
Grep isn't around, as everyone's like, guys are just catching sleeping. I think everyone should be able to control Kira's character now, so you guys can, of course, put yourself in charge of who's doing what and when. But firstly, a couple of things. You guys are being ambushed. So these
Oh
are
god,
going
I
to
didn't do that on purpose.
these are going to get a single surprise round on you.
Can I react? If it's a surprise?
No, it's a surprise round. So that this is just them freely doing this stuff before initiative, and then we've rolled initiative, and so the surprise round will be over, and you guys will be able to do as you please. So none of you noticed this, but Hawkins, before anything happens, you kind of feel like you notice a little bit of almost like a slithering sound coming from almost nearby, as you feel like you hear a little rustling.
Voice. Slithering.
In in the ground. And as you hear that, suddenly
And rustling.
you feel, holy shit, this is a lot bigger than I thought it was. Holy fuck.
Thanks.
Wait, I forgot to use this. How do I zoom out?
Throw
Shit,
wheel?
how do it's
Man's
not
playing
working.
dragon on us.
Yeah, hold on. Let
Get
me.
consumed by a giant monster.
I have an idea. Yeah,
It goes nom nom. It goes.
holy shit.
Pac-Man noise. Waka 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 waka.
This thing is
Minecraft
a
eating noise.
lot. Ah, fuck, that's not right. Whoopsies. Excuse me, don't mind that.
He farted.
Mhm. Whoops, that wasn't me.
Recharge check. What does that mean?
That to
Oh
me
my god,
is
it's just like
sus.
Solar Beam from Pokemon.
We're killing
Okay.
Pokemon.
Oh god.
Guys,
How-
I think it's like Solar Beam from Pokemon. I have to recharge.
What does my voice sound like? I forget
Okay.
every fucking time.
Oh, great heavens!
Well,
Um,
it's more like Hyper Beam from Pokemon because it recharges after rather than before.
All right. So what happens is you guys suddenly, as you say that, as
Fuck you.
Hawkins kind of warns, the vines all around, all these vines that were inanimate at first, the ones on the rock, on the ground, almost like they suddenly burst from the rock wall face and the walls, and then some come out from the ground as they almost as a wave amassing to the front, combining, twining, and forcing everything into a pile. As all of you, as you can see, need to make all of you in this area, of course, need to make a check for me.
Not me though. Dabs.
Yes, Benedict will not. No, Benedict, you
Lol.
might already be. All right, so you have passed. But Grom has not. Would someone make one for Kira, please?
Wait,
I
do I have to
can't
do a
click
saving
on
throw real quick?
Kira because
yes, you can.
Jackal is on top of them.
Which
Let me
save?
move Jackal. Well, you see it in
I'll
chat
do
right there. You
Kira.
just click it in chat.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Kira's fine.
Get fuck! Oh no.
Okay. So both Hawkins and Kira managed to almost sense this thing approaching and kind of prepare themselves. But the other two, a little bit too
Someone
far
was
away,
fucking sleeping.
yeah, kind of maybe getting ready for bed or however you are, fell it as these vines, especially you, Dom, who's a little bit smaller, and even Dom, who's also pretty small compared to everyone else. These vines suddenly, as a wave, comes over you, as they pour around you and start pulling you almost towards the center of what you now see this mass of a blight starting to raise out of the ground, right beside Hawkins and Kira. It is dark right now, and it is getting a little bit. It's not too dark to see and hinder your fight, so you can see this massive vine starting to raise up. However, we need to do one check for Jackal. Just poor Jackal's not immune to this.
Hope it fucking dies.
Poor Jackals, please put the restrained effect on you if you have been restrained, so we can keep up with what's going on. And the two dead bodies are also restrained. They can't resist. The same thing happens on the other side. As it once again have actually wait, this is on the center, so I'd move here. And I need all of you to once again make another check. If you've already failed it, you actually you need to make you make a check anyway if you've already failed it.
Oh,
right.
what can I say?
Benedict is pretty cool. All of you are pretty cool right now.
Oh,
Let's go!
That was for Kira. Me or mine.
All of you are pretty cool. Last one up, Dom.
Gom fucking dies.
No, all of you have, quite frankly, managed to survive this without any problems. As, once again, these vines have almost leapt from the rock surface as they start twisting and turning.
I say, oh good heavens!
As there's not any noise that really makes, but instead it makes almost like the sound of plants tearing and ripping, as if you hear like a weed being pulled from the ground, and then like the leaves of a tree brushing against something, and you just hear this massive movement. That's all the sound you hear. As now these two are in front of you, and that is officially going to start our combat. Keep in mind, all of this terrain in front of you is difficult terrain. If you're restrained, you need to get out of that. So anyone with restrained, please give yourself that effect or keep up with it. And any of this that is layered on top of each other is extra difficult terrain.
That just means half movement, right?
Yes, for that square. But any of the stuff in the middle would be 10 feet. 15 feet, because there's just so many vines.
Okay.
Okay. We have, unless anyone has any questions or statements before this, we shall get started.
Okay.
I don't think anyone does. We are started. Damu, you are the start of our combat. However, you are restrained, and what that means is you cannot move. Your speed is 0 feet, and you cannot benefit from your speed at all, and all of your attacks have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
How do I get out?
You have to use your action to make another strength save, and a strength check, and you try and beat that 12.
I think I'm going to fucking explode. No.
We'll take your action, though.
Let's see.
But it may be worth it. What kind of conditions, immunities and stuff do these people have?
Let's just light the whole forest on fire.
Yes, please add more stuff. The people walking around with dead bodies and
Yeah,
who are
that'd be
not
fucking
human
epic.
and burning down forests.
Some more
Please.
problems for us.
I beg you. Please keep adding to my list that I have, adding up crimes and other things, reasons people wish to kill you. Yes, but what do you wish to do?
I'm trying to figure out what this means again.
What is it?
This one.
So you can lose 5 hit points, and you can cast a spell that would normally take an action as a bonus action.
Okay.
And you can do that as many amount of times as you have your intelligence modifier. So for you, it would be 6 times before you need a rest. So that's something you wouldn't have to keep up with, but yeah, that's what it means.
Also, I'm gonna cast this one.
Okay. I don't know what this one is.
And it's going.
Okay.
I think it's happening.
Oh, I forgot to change
I
your
hope
spell
it
slots.
is.
Yes, it is. What are you casting it on? And
I'm gonna cast it on the one right next to me. But also, how many levels am I above that? So how many dice do I roll now?
what depends?
Is this one extra?
So it depends. Did this have your staff sorcerer on it? And are you using it for this?
No, that one's on Melf's acid arrow.
Okay, then this would just be whatever spell slot you use to cast it. I think you only have up to level 2. So if you cast it at level 1, it'd only be the normal thing. If you decided to just set a level spell slot for it, it'd be up 1. So it'd use, that's how spell slots work.
Wait, so if I move it to that second, I would have to
you don't
prepare
have
it
to
as a
move
second
it.
level?
You don't have to move it. You just have to have it prepared, and then you just upcast it. So you just, instead of using a first level spell slot, you cast it with a second level. You don't have to move anything.
Okay.
You just simply
Okay.
choose, today I'm just going to cast it at this level for extra, whatever.
So then it's just
Yeah, that needs to make a saving throw.
D6.
Dexterity.
saving
Let's see what it makes. Beating your, I think yours is a 6. What's your
16.
spell save? Okay. It has failed. So it is going to take the 2d6 if you want to roll that.
Oh,
Okay.
I should
this thing-
describe it, shouldn't I?
Sure, if you wish.
I'm tangled there. I'm nearly doing the splits. My arms flailed out to the side. My stick in the vines. I glare over at this little vine creature. I'm in the wrong voice right now.
You're in your narrator voice.
And I think to myself, I fucking hate this.
That's
guy.
it. That's the narrator voice.
That's him!
I scratch a little pentagram onto my skin.
Oh my god.
And I go,
Okay.
It-
You guys see... Actually, I don't know if any of you knows this because a lot's going on. Actually, you probably can't see. Just Dama just seems to be storming around a lot more than they should be in these vines. doing something and making weird noises. As you do that, you suddenly watch this giant mass of green vines. Almost looks like it has a face and teeth from these thorns coming out of its mouth. Almost, it makes no noise still, even as you cast this, but it kind of, as it's hit by the spell, it kind of, you can visually see it move back a little bit, almost like a flowing of the vines moves back as it recoils, and you hear the sounds of vines snapping and tearing as this wounds it. What else for you? Would that be all? I think that might be all. He has muted himself. I shall assume that's all. Gone.
I'm real. Yeah, I'll be done.
Okay.
I'm going to escape easily.
So you're doing action for the string check?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. It's a DC 12.
Oh.
Alright, that's your action, Aidan. Do you have anything else?
It's quite unfortunate.
The thing is right beside you. If you had a bonus... Well, I just used your main action, but if you have any bonus attacks or anything, you can attack. It's just a disadvantage.
Yeah.
That was not a very solid string check, though. You got ahead of yourself, I think.
I'm trying to check something. How many times can I do this? I don't think there's a limit on how many times I can do this.
Look at us all. We're all learning our characters and classes
know.
again. I feel like it's the first time we've ever played.
I was checking to see my symbiotic transformation thing, but it seems like I can just use it
Is it not your
whenever, and there's
proficiency?
no like limit.
There's no limit? Okay. Bound to be some kind of limit. Maybe not. Same.
But yeah, that's the end of my turn. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you have wrapped it up. Next turn it goes to Kira. Whoever wishes to do Kira's stuff. I know none of you obviously know Kira's sheet very well besides Kira. No 5.
Just throw a rock at somebody. Call
You
it
guys
a
can
day.
either work together and figure out what they do, or it's on you guys. This is yours. It's fine.
How about we all say one word? And we'll
Okay.
like, make the sentence together.
Kira.
Will.
Good. Oh,
Okay.
Good will.
We have to do it in the order of Discord, guys. Come on.
Do it
It's
in
different
turn
for
order.
everyone.
Turn order.
Okay. Who starts?
Domir starts.
Kira!
Gom.
God.
Alright, just fucking throw a rock.
You throw a rot then. You got control too.
Alright.
It's easy enough. You'd use your bonus action to make some rots, but Kira probably almost always has rots on them.
we should have Kira use Entangle.
Well, I didn't do anything.
It'd be fucking
Taste of their
dumb.
own medicine.
I think it might do 2 dice too. I don't know if you should dodge with that. Are you guys doing the rot? Whoever's doing this? Otherwise, we will strip.
Well,
Kira's
think
turn.
about it. If
Go
they're
ahead,
made
Pete.
of vines, Kira could use Entangle and just like wrap them up and tie them.
Good. If that's what you wish to do.
Like Kira
Well-
could just use their vines against them.
I mean, you can do it.
Am I? Am I the one controlling it?
Anyone,
think-
we're controlling them, comrade.
I think Kira should shoot a cone of fire towards Gom and Dama.
Kira
If we're
throws a-
being accurate to lore, that's
Kira
what
throws
they
a
do.
rock. That's what they would do.
We are. I'm going to put you guys on a. You guys got 45 seconds to decide what they do. We skip Kira's turn.
Go ahead.
They throw a
Boone.
rock at the one nearest to them. That's reasonable.
Yeah, throw it at the
This
one
is a
that's away
learning-
from me.
This is a learning exercise for all of us.
We shouldn't have to
Perfect.
learn this. Mofaf should be here.
That is
I
true.
agree.
Real, true.
Then we need to figure
They
out.
threw a rock.
I
some
think
ways to
Kira
speak
would decide this is too far and then stab himself.
Yeah,
and then
I'm
leave.
assuming you're throwing the one right beside you, or which one are you throwing at?
The one that is next to the party.
There's
the one that is
two
injured.
beside the part. Okay, the one beside you. Okay, it a rot flies over your head without much issue, and it does in fact hit them. As once again, you don't really see much, but you see it kind of just become sucked into the vines, and as it goes through, you just see kind of leaves almost like this giant dent as you see more tearing going through these vines, as it seems to be getting a little bit smaller. Next up, We have Benedict.
All right, this one's
Even though-
pretty easy.
Yes, even though I
So
grabbed you right, you're now fine.
at the beginning of my turn, it's kind of Anatoly will do his 1d4 +1 for his ferocity,
Mhm.
and he gets really
Okay.
fucking pissed.
Be sure to keep up with that because I'm not going to be.
Yeah. So he's
Also-
got his 5. He's
Also,
gonna.
it's if it goes over 10, he goes feral, right? So
Yes, it's I make a roll and then he goes feral.
That's actually called a rampage, but
He will. Let's see what actually I can do.
Oh,
think I have-
mm,
Are his attacks on different pages? They are, okay. Because there's the ones that I make him do, and then there's... I'm not being, like, grabbed, right?
You're not. I probably should have made Anatoly stay for it, but right now we'll skip it.
Alright, I was going to do this. I can't fucking read it. I have 2 fucking pages. Holy shit. This is fantastic. I love to see it.
Everyone learning all this stuff. How exciting!
I'd love to learn.
Yeah, sure. What you guys doing? You guys should have learned all this stuff before session. Jesus, you guys don't know
True.
D&D etiquette.
I have it all memorized. Say a page. Say a number. And I can recite the player's handbook to you.
Yeah, don't you guys understand? Your freaking homework is to make sure you know your characters before you do the session. Oh, jeez.
I know the player's handbook like a
Alright, I'm just
evangelical knows the
gonna throw
Bible.
some cards at him.
Have you given up on your Anatoly play?
No, I do, but I can use both. So
Oh,
it's
you
my
can
turn,
still
and then
have-
it's Anatoly's turn, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
I can mix them
Okay.
around. So, how do I roll for a weapon attack?
You should be able to do it in your inventory, or if you go to click on your token and do your inventory up top, if you just click Edge card.
Yeah, when you hover
Oh,
over
as
the
well?
weapon in your inventory, there's a little dice.
Holy shit!
Yo.
Gaming. I'm just gonna assume that already kills him.
I need to know who you're attacking though.
I'm
And what was that?
attacking. I guess I'll attack the farther one.
Okay,
Since
smart
it'll
call.
probably overkill this guy.
Well, that's not wise. A smart
Actually,
call, but that
but
is a smart call.
however, I would attack the one closest to me because that's what my character would do.
You're attacking the one in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Oh, great heavens! And then, like, fucking scurry to grab the fucking cards and then just, like, lazily throw it.
Okay. If you don't have anything to circumvent this, it's in 5 feet of you. Please roll with disadvantage.
Oh, shit. Fuck. I forgot that. Oh, could I change it?
That's why I asked you.
Get a change?
I was
We
really
get a
trying to give you
change?
chance there.
Okay,
Uh,
this is my first time I think I get a pass. Yeah, shoot the one farther for me.
You know what? Do me 1d100. And the only reason I'm doing this, normally I'd say yes since you're a player, but I feel like
You have
Benedict,
to roll
Actually-
to see if Fondy's nice to you.
since Benedict is the
Can I
person
just
in
say that
combat
Anatoly
ready,
attacks the one closer to me at the same time, so I wouldn't care?
at the same time? What do you mean at the same time?
I mean, we'd both be attacking at the same time. It's like I'm
Yeah, I
shooting
mean,
the one farthest from me while he's attacking the one right next to me.
You know what? Benefit of the doubt. I'll let you attack the one farthest away. Only 'cause
Oh,
I'm
so
being
fucking
nice
cool.
about it. Only because I'm being nice.
It's my first time. Go easy on me.
Okay, so since you crit with that, you're going to do. Let's see if I remember how we do our damage.
Literally
you do-
Peebus when he fricks a girl.
You do max damage, and so you'd do 5 for the first roll. So you do 5 plus 4, so 9 plus 8 is going to be 17, right? I think
But I was paying attention to what happened.
for your crit damage. If you do max damage, so you have 8 plus 4 is going to be 12, and then you roll a 5, that'll be 17 damage.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand that, Pebas? Or do you need me to teach you how to
Yeah.
get that?
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'll stop asking. Alright, this... Hawkins, as you look at this thing, it kind of raises up like it's about to grab you. And you just watch as this really decorated card just spins through the air past your head. And it just takes like a giant chunk off of this as it just rips. almost like a
Also,
blade.
it like goes
Mhm.
straight for the arms and like cuts it off if it fucking kills.
It has no arm, but
Oh,
it is just
does
this
it have like
massive
limbs that I
vines.
could cut off with it?
it looks almost
The
more
vines.
like... It looks almost more like... Almost imagine like the Clayman or something from like Batman, where it's just like this raises up and it's just like this big old mud thing, except it's made of vines. It's just like a big old blob almost.
Like Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Kinda
so
it's still alive though, but it almost you watch half its body almost like looks like it falls over, but it is still fine.
then I would like to do this thing also for 3
Okay,
ferocity.
so you think using 3 or 5? Um, mm, mm, mm. Hmm.
And then I
Okay,
push,
so
I
you're
push
going
it away,
to push that one away from you, the vines.
and that will trigger attack of opportunity if you guys would like.
It technically. Actually, no.
okay.
You said it does. All right. I was
What?
thinking.
So
raw
that
rolls.
is for you though. That's not for your. Is that from your subclass there, Peebus? The ferocity, or what is that?
The ferocity is the rampage meter.
Yeah, is that one of your Anatoli's, or is that one that you can use?
It's mine.
Okay, that one's one of yours.
It's when I make an attack.
Okay. Yeah, this thing, as you hit it, this thing suddenly, as it looks like it's about to be pushed back up, it doesn't go up, but it looks almost like as it writhles in pain, and you just watch the snapping of these tendons almost. It sounds horrendous. It's like half of its body falls back, and as it falls back, it doesn't look like it's forced back. It looks like it almost has no more stability, and it's about to fall back into massive vines. You and Garrett can both make attack opportunities.
Hell yeah. Hawkins isn't holding his sword right now, so he's just gonna bite it
Oh, God.
in response.
How typical.
Where is it?
You do hit. Oh, that's a quarter staff for Kiara. Whoever did Kiara's does hit too. All right.
That was me. I did Garrett.
You watch as Kira suddenly brings out this quarterstaff and whacks it in the head. Not really in the head, but kind of in the side. As they whack it, this falling body kind of spins around almost. As you just kind of leap onto this massive vines. And as it's being pushed away, you bite down on it. And as it's falling back, the force of it falling back this massive vines and your locked on jaws kind of just, you hear as more and more of these vines snap as it falls over and disappears. Anyone who is grappled by that creature is no longer grappled, which I think is everyone. So you can feel free to get rid of that effect. Some of the vines it looks almost like they wither up and disappear.
At chest.
All right.
And then I still have my bonus action, which I will use to pull out my flute and control Anatoly. And he will do this thing, which rolls this.
The mimic makes a signature attack. On the hit, the attack does its normal effect. The next attack made by the target before the start of the turn has advantage. It's actually pretty nice. Yeah, Anatoly. What does it look like when Anatoly attacks? We haven't really seen Anatoly in action.
He just jumps straight off my fucking head and just starts going straight at his face.
Almost, I'd assume it looks almost like he's matching almost like the weird face of this vine blight. I'd imagine it's almost like your hat suddenly mimics its face as they start just battling back and forth. However, Anatoly does not quite finish it off. Perfect. Okay, what else for you?
Anatoly. What? Who said that?
Anatoly.
Yeah, that's it.
Was that your end of your turn?
That's it. My turn.
Okay.
I was like, okay, damn it.
All right, end of your turn. Let me see. This is about to be fun. Ha 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 ha. Oh, this is about to be fun.
I dodge.
All right. Okay. Each of you. I think I know the plan. All right. I wouldn't do it to Anatoly. I think this thing was closer to you. Damu, suddenly you feel a vine. Not even a vine. Anyone looking towards Damu would probably notice this, but I don't know if anyone is. But Damu, you feel this looming presence And you feel like there's just something as you hear this really nasty rustling of almost like a bush. It almost sounds like a tree is being shaken right now by something. And as you kind of turn around, looming over you is what you originally had thought was just this kind of green bush to the north of you, has kind of completely raised up and animated into, quite frankly, you don't know what it's animated into, but it is horrific as you see vine horror kind of raising down upon you, but you can't really see it peacefully.
I don't think you can call him that.
Well, guess what? It has.
And he's just being comfortable with his body.
Damu, we're going to hit you. It's going to have advantage. Ooh, that's close. It is a surprise attack. Pretty sure 25 hits, yes. Oh, Damu's dead. Not really,
Damu
but...
fucking dies. Unless
okay.
I have something I can do against that.
I don't know. Do any of you have anything you can do against that? No, I have no idea.
I don't know how many of these, because I have the fucking charm. I don't know how many of these are reactions.
The charm.
Would that break
all
my
those,
concentration?
yeah, you should make concentration. Do a check. You have to make a check here. You easily pass it. Any of the charms, you'd have to just click on what's on the charm and read what the spells do and stuff.
I don't think any of them are reactions.
Most of those would be actions, though, I think.
Except for shield. That's just me.
This thing comes out, does that. Let me make sure I read this and understand what it does. That's actually nasty. Okay, that's its turn. This Vine Blight, now that it's big old mama's here.
Don't forget to put it on the initiative page.
It is on the initiative. It was already on there.
Okay.
This Vine Blight, now kind of intimidated, perhaps, is going to actually go for Benedict, who he's going to have a +2 because you are flamed. It is going to try and hit you with a constrict. 16, actually 18 to hit.
Alright, how much HP I have? Wait, what?
Yeah, the 18? Did 18 hit you?
Whoa. Yeah, unless I react to it with shield.
You could if you had it. Or if you have it. If you want.
I do.
It's up to you.
Where the hell do I even fucking do that? I can spend 1 charge to cast shield on myself. I do, but I don't know how to cast it.
Just let me see. You're using Sumi's charm, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Slash me uses shield.
It's easy. I know what shield does, so just be sure to remove one of your charges.
I don't even. Is it? There. Got it.
Yep, remove one of your charges, so you'll be at 4 out of 5 right now. As you cast shield, and that turns your AC into what?
Is that +2 me? I think. Oh, +5 is me. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 20 now. I have 20 AC.
Yeah, this Vine Blight, those very close. As you see it raise up, almost, you watch as this sweet music plays around you, and as it is about to grab you, almost this vibrant song almost seems like a shield around you as it kind of forces back this horrific vine mass trying to consume you. As you have used that, I also did take your reaction though. Alright, that's its turn, Hawkins.
All right.
You see everything that's going on, and you realize, you definitely realize the bigger threat's definitely up top. But
Org's he's got a piece of vine in his mouth. Just lets it drop. Oh fuck! Oh shit! Turns do a 180 or a 90 degrees, I guess, more like. And he's gonna basically put his hand on his chest and pull out a shadow blade.
Okay.
Cast.
That's pretty sick.
Fish. Oh, that shouldn't happen.
Other cast, I guess. So you with together threads of shadow. Okay. Deals 2d8.
Okay.
All right.
And he's gonna try and attack it. He also puffs out his chest and spits on the shadow blade before he tries to hit this guy. Casting caustic blade.
Okay, you can swing for it. So this goes at the end of your
Alright.
turn, regardless of your. Well, actually, this stays until you stop concentrating.
It's
on
a
something.
concentration. Yeah.
So it stays until you basically lose concentration.
Mm.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So
This is interesting. Seeing your new skills.
I think I'll have to like make a item to do the rolls, so I'll just do it manually right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Don't worry about that damage. Oh, 9.
So the 9, actually, let me see. The 9 does miss. As you kind of swing towards this.
How much does it? Does it miss by? You don't have to tell me. Does it miss
you'll-
by 3 or less?
Do I have to tell you or no?
If it does, it takes 1d8 acid damage.
So was that from? Is that from the?
That's caustic blade.
Oh, do you already have this on, or is this something?
Yeah,
you
that's because he spit on it. That was the spell he
Oh,
did.
that's why you spit on. You spit on it. You cast Caustic Blade as well.
Yeah.
Are both of these leveled spells?
I said, but I might have mumbled. This is a
Okay.
cantrip, and the other one is a regular spell.
Okay, so this one's a cantrip. Oh yeah, that works perfectly. So let's see. Okay, perfect. That wasn't very good damage there, but yeah.
No. All right. So
And
one
that's
damage.
acid damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right.
That's him.
That basically whenever you go to swing with it with this blade, it's not that. Perhaps it is a little bit of you're getting used to it, but this creature is massive. It is that an entire bush, a massive bush that was there, that is raised up, and it stands nearly not as tall as a tree, but like the top of this mass of creature is almost ending on top of where a tree would be. But yeah, Hawkins, your turn. Nice. Damu, it's your turn, but at the start of your turn, actually, Damu was one who was attacked, right? Did Damu move back? Confused.
Yeah.
I moved Damu
Why
here.
I
Damu, probably an accident. You are technically grappled by this thing when you got hit by it. And since you
Let's
are
get contangled again. Okay.
you are tangled, and since you are tangled by this, at the start of your turn, let's see. Until this runs. Okay, you feel this nasty vine almost around you. It's not like the other ones. This one is like one or two very thick, strong vines that you would tell would be really hard to chop apart. It's almost as if there are many small ones kind of tangled into each other. And at each of these vines, you can feel thorns pricking into your skin, and on the weakness of your shell. And you feel at the very end this really large, like thorn almost. It seems like a thorn, and it's kind of pierced into you, and you can feel something being pumped into you
Hey, yo.
as you're doing this much poison damage.
Saxo.
You take 21 poison damage. And please
Jesus
make another,
Christ!
please make another concentration save, and please add that damage to yourself. Make a concentration save. You need to beat a 10. You did beat it. Nice. That was very close. Your spell does stay. Alright. You can tell very easily that this thing is going to keep doing this to you until you get out of its grasp. This mass of a plant. It's obviously poisonous to you, and yeah, it is going to keep doing this. It is your turn.
Now, how do I get it to fuck off?
You could make a save to try and break out, but it would take your action. The DC you would know to be 14, a string check. Or
I have no
actually,
additional.
I just technically a grapple can be contested by dex or strength. I think, right?
Okay,
If any,
well,
if any of you know.
um,
See,
Yeah, you can.
20.
Only when you're trying to get out.
Okay, so he's trying to get out right now. So is
Wait,
it just a
so
dex
you
check,
can't
or is
use
it
dex
like
when you're grappling someone else.
if I have anything, I can bonus action. I don't even think I can.
Yeah,
I
you
just
can,
want to not
you
fucking
can
die.
you can do anything, but you may, yeah, you'd realize if you stay here, you're going to keep basically, being stuck in here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I have any good bonus action thingies.
Okay. Well,
So I guess I'll just try to escape. I'm gonna run.
yep.
Really
I think
fast.
yeah, first you have to use your action to try and escape. You can make either a strength check or a dex check. Oh no, actually, you make a athletics check or acrobatics check.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Yeah, your choice. And you have to beat a 14.
Three.
You have, in fact, as you wiggle around, you only feel these thorns dig deeper into your skin, and especially in the back of your shell that is much more sensitive right now. Is that your turn?
Oh yeah. I think I'm just fucking dead. Wait. Can I use a potion of healing?
Potion of healing is, in fact, a bonus action. You can do that. You're just
Okay.
restrained.
Then
So-
I will do this.
Okay, add that to yourself. I'm pretty sure that probably removed it from your inventory, but please be sure to remove that from your inventory if it did not. As you feel a little bit better, you feel like something is almost combating this poison being injected into you. Though you can tell it's only brief. Gom, what for you?
I'm going to. Should I just kill the one to the right?
That's a good question. But I'm not
Good
the person
morning,
to ask.
Mo5.
Morning, Mo5.
What do you guys think? Should I just kill the one to the right, or should I? So I'm thinking it's either I kill the one to the right, or I try and use hold person on the big one.
So
I think it'd be good to kill.
Hold on. We need to make. I'm pretty sure you have to use hold monster, right? On anything that's not humanoid. Am I wrong in thinking that? I'll look it up, I suppose. Let's see. Hold
Hey,
monster.
you need to use hold monster on me.
Let's see. See, can you- You're not a humanoid, so you know not to waste your effort in trying to paralyze it.
Okay. Then I am going to. I'm going to use symbiotic transformation,
All right.
and you see as Gom starts sprouting like very similar vines and thorns on him. His claws become like metal.
Ooh.
What happens?
As you guys could even like relate the like thorny vines and stuff similarly to how the collars look around you. And he is going to attack the one to the right of him.
All right. And what does the symbiotic transformation do for you? It gives you AC increase, right? And 10 plus
I
on
rolled
flesh.
damage.
Then the claw. You also get extra attack. Well, you're not fifth level, I guess. So basically, you
Yeah.
just do the
So
1d8
it's,
for claws.
Yeah, but it says on a hit. It says I can use my charisma. I mean, it doesn't
Okay.
matter that much.
So
I
basically,
imagine I'm
whenever you
proficient
hit,
as well.
yeah, you would be proficient in these. So basically, whenever you hit, you do that. Go ahead. What do you
Sick.
deal with?
This is my to see if it hits.
Okay. And you roll damage.
I'm
on
going
it?
to. It's just a 6.
Is there no pluses to this?
No. Not
Hmm.
not that's on there.
Let's see. It says you can use your charisma modifier for instead of strength for the attack and damage rolls. So that means you would add your charisma to your damage.
Oh, then it'd be 10.
Perfect. And what does it look like? And as famously said, how would you like to do this?
you can see his Gom whenever he like jumps up to slash this thing. He kind of does like a barrel roll, except his arms are out and he's like cutting away at this viney creature midair.
Is his cape flapping?
Well, he's wearing a onesie now. So
Oh.
technically.
Okay.
Cape flapping, head
The
part of
cape, the
onesie
cape
flapping.
could be flapping. Yeah, the cape being a part of the onesie flapping.
He's so fucking
Sure.
epic.
Yes, as you do that, you just kind of see as you barrel roll and you go into this mass of vines, the only thing that comes out as it collapses to the ground is Gom kind of standing there as this thorny vine mass just kind of withers and rots around you as it is dead.
So I do have a question.
Yes.
So for Shield Master, it says if I take the attack action on my turn, you can use a bonus action to try to shove a creature within 5 feet of your shield. So if I move, can I like?
I would
shove
assume.
the other
I would
creature?
assume it would have to be 5 feet of who you attacked originally.
Okay.
So I think that's how that would be. So like if he was 5 feet
Okay.
closer to you, yes, but no. Anything else?
Okie dokie.
You could shove
Um,
Damu
Yeah, you just try and maybe shove him out of the way.
Is that me?
Probably make it
Could
worse.
I?
into it.
I don't think. I think they would only make it worse. I think you'd be prone.
Okay. Do the vines go away? Like, am I able to move around now?
Yes, thank you for reminding me. All these, as you guys kill these beasts, almost these masses of vines, the vines do start disappearing. Even the vines on the rots and things will slowly start withering away.
Okay. Then I imagine I can like walk through Benedict because I'm so small.
Yes, you can walk through friendly creatures,
Okay.
regardless.
Gom is just going. You guys, if you guys look at Gom, you see him like dragging his claws against the floor, like making just tracks behind him. He's gonna walk around.
Fucking claw dragger.
And I can't go behind him, but like I would
Mhm.
want to be like behind the creature.
Yeah, we can assume you'd be behind it, and we'll give you anyone who's attacking as long as you're behind it.
You can just
Um,
move us all
flanking.
collectively like 2 spaces down so we
yeah,
can see his top.
yeah, I'll move us all. Oh shit, not that. I'll move us all down for just a couple seconds. Please fit yourself if you kind of move out of place. We'll kind of rearrange.
Could you please move the green goop?
Oh yeah, that shouldn't even
should
move.
be
You can
okay.
get delete that. How do I do it? How do I delete it? How do I?
You need to go to the third
Ah.
tab. Sorry, the second tab, and you can move it around and delete it. With the second thing, yeah.
I did it.
And move where you wish, Tom. Perfect. Anything else for you?
That's it.
Mo5, you're up. Glad to have you here. As you can see, I don't know if you need any questions or anything answered. We can do that for you. Otherwise, Jackal is no longer restrained. You guys have been jumped by some vines, and right now in front of you, you see Damu being grappled and very clearly being poisoned by this giant, what you would probably actually recognize to be a vine assassin.
You threw a rock at one of them.
That's what I did, or
Actually-
that's
actually
what I
worked
would-
pretty
That's what we made you do.
Okay.
After they argued for several minutes on what you
We didn't
Okay.
argue, we were trying to work out a good diplomatic way to do it. It
actually,
didn't
you guys
fucking
just
work.
couldn't fucking decide.
I wanted the idea of each person saying one word until the sentence was complete was a good idea.
Yeah, but none of us knew what the
You did
fucking
fucking
turn
work,
order
though.
was. No one was looking.
Okay, Mo5,
Okay.
go ahead. You
I
guys-
am going to cast Scorching Ray.
Mhm.
I
Is
put
that
my
all
finger
that's
at
us?
it.
Would you wish move so you do not risk hitting?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah. Let me not
Actually,
not hit.
blast Skeletons in the back of the
yeah.
head.
Alright, we're gonna
Again.
fucking milk here after this again.
This is the second time you've done this.
I move over
Yep,
here.
you easily move. There's not much of an issue anymore.
You said Jackal's not restrained.
Not anymore.
Would me and Jackal have some kind of like training where if I like whistle or even just say a specific word, Jackal will just like go
For-
hiding?
For generality, we'll assume Jackal takes his turn after you. So you can
Okay.
just kind of, you can't, he's technically mine to control, but yes, we'll assume there's some level of ability for you to kind of command them.
Okay, sick. I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray.
All right. That does hit.
21 hits.
Yes. Also, this is a question I would like to ask. I've always had damage where it just automatically rolls to keep things going fast. Would you guys like to switch it where you guys roll damage individually or no? Maybe not right now, but
What?
for future reference.
No.
Like
Wait,
how
say it again?
it automatically rolls damage. So for example, here, click the spell. automatically rolls attack, automatically rolls damage. Would you guys like it where it only automatically rolls attack and you guys have to manually roll damage?
I
Or-
think I don't think it
It's
matters.
fine.
I'm just making
I
sure.
don't see why you would do that.
I'm
Fine
asking
to you
for the
either
sense
way.
I know some people enjoy hitting the buttons to feel like they're rolling dice more than just having it roll for them, even though it's the same regardless.
I'm
But if we're
fine
fine
with
with it,
either.
okay. If anyone has any
I
issues,
mean, it'd be
let me
nice
know.
if there was an option to like, you just press the button and then it rolls the damage. Instead of like, if you're rolling an attack, it doesn't have damage until something else happens. It like it
Mhm.
rolls the damage instantly. I don't know.
I think if I do that, it'd have to be where you always have to choose what damage to roll. Like you wouldn't have to type
Oh,
it
right,
in, but
yeah,
you'd have to like
right.
hit the button, like kind of like how you had to hit the button for like the saves. You'd have to hit the button for that. Okay, so Scorching Ray is 3 different attacks. Okay, second one hits as well?
First, yeah, if I mentioned the first 2 hit, but the second one, third one misses.
Actually, does this is fire damage, right?
This is fire damage.
Okay,
It's
perfect.
super effective against grass.
You think this is Pokemon? This is
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
The
it resists rock, obviously. So
second
that's why
one
you had to
also
go with
hits. Go ahead
Okay,
with that.
and second one hits. The third one is a 10 for attack. I don't know
yeah.
if that hits.
That also hits. And
Oh,
hold on.
okay.
Let me. Actually, I forgot about the first one. Okay. That means all this has been added up correctly. Actually, wait a second. Get rid of this. And be 52. So be 10. 10. I'm trying to think here. Someone did damage to this thing. The only damage done to this was.
I did 1 damage.
Yeah, was that?
Oh.
I think that's all that was done to it. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I got slightly hit by some
Thank you,
acid.
thank you very much. I had to make sure I got all that math calculations. All right. What does
Yeah.
I don't know if you wish to describe how it looks, or if you wish to do anything like that, or if you just.
If anything, I guess just Kira just extends 2 fingers out towards the vine assassin, kind of like looking away with one eye open, and just fires Scorching Ray towards the plant, firing all 3 shots. And I guess I'll end with Kira just enchanting a couple more rocks, and then the end of Kira's turn.
All right,
Hey,
perfect.
hey, rocks.
Kira, your turn goes off without a hitch. Kira, you would recognize though that
Mhm.
whenever you did that, you're Wood Elf, and unlike what Pewis had said, what Benedict believes as well, you realize a lot of nasty forest creatures like this have adapted and evolved, and you can tell this one is one of those. This one is a hunter, a predator. Whenever you Scorching Raid it, almost like when it starts burning, you could see that this thing would cut off the ends of the ends of the leaves and the vines that were burning to prevent some of the fire damage that would spread across it. This thing recognizes the danger of fire and effectively has nullified some of the damage from it by cutting off the vines that were being blazed. But Benedict.
Side note, could you move the dead body under me so it doesn't say I'm unconscious?
Benedict, you are unconscious, bozo. What are you doing?
I think, well, boys, it looks like we're going to have a little bit of salad tonight. He's going to attack with his cards. Oh, I forgot also I rolled for...
Please roll disadvantage as well. You are within 5 feet.
I forgot. Can I move before?
If you
I do
move,
that?
you made an opportunity attack.
Oh,
You're
shit.
unsure.
I guess I'll roll with disadvantage.
All right. You in fact miss as you watch this card flies off, and you watch in the distance some of like a branch and a couple of the leaves fall off of that red maple tree in the back, but they just kind of the edge card just flies off. What else for you to?
How much did I get? I got 4.
Wait, can we
Yep.
use our MVP cards on other people?
You can use MVP cards are a team thing. You guys can completely use them how you want on people's attacks, saves.
Can I use my +4 on his attack?
if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Again,
do that for me. You're so
as
beautiful.
your first attack, let me make sure nothing I'm missing. Your first attack, as you see it's about to spiral out of control, Dom, how do you redirect this card back into the back into the vine assassin, the vine horror.
I want to like jump up into the air, and like I want to try and grab it and throw it into the back of this viney creature, like
All right.
almost as if he threw it to me, so that way I could catch it and throw it into him.
But originally you think you're about to miss, and then you see this stunt Gom has pulled off as this card flies back, and this creature doesn't really seem to respond to much, but you watch as it kind of you hear the slicing of vines as it shimmers off to the side. But your attack has landed with nice damage. Thing seems to be a little bit weaker than it was before.
And then I'll use my little fluty dude, and I'll go, and then Anatoly will just do a normal ass signature attack. However, he will inflict a hellish wound.
Okay. So the attack does land. What does Hellish Wound do for us?
What?
What's Hellish Wound do? You've done it. What does it do?
It just makes him bleed or something, but I don't know.
Can you read your own skill, Peebus?
Plant. Well, yeah, it makes him
What's he
bleed, but
supposed to
like
do?
I was confused because he's a fucking plant.
Let's see.
I don't know
And
how
then
it
with
would
their
work
attack,
that.
you can have their attack deal a hellish wound to the creature, no action required. At the start of each of their turns, the target with a hellish wound loses 1d10 hit points for each hellish wound they have. All
Also-
targets' hellish wounds close if they receive magic healing, or if any creature uses action to stance the wounds. So basically, at the start of each of their turns, they will take 1d10. Okay.
Did he decide that it was? It'll be like the godly power that he has invested into him. A little bit, at least, and it'll like kind of glow a little, and where the little feller bit him, and that's
Is the way
that was-
Anatoly
yeah.
attacks, does he like lurch up off of your head and like a mouth opens and he like bites into things? Or how
He's
does
standing
he-
next to me. He's not on my head right now.
Oh, so he's basically just on the ground, slithering, or whatever the hell. And I don't know.
He's
what's
like
Anatoly
he's
look
got like spider legs.
Is he still a hat right now?
Yeah. He's a hat with like a fucking vor mouth under him, like a fucking
He's like a
moray
fucking
eel,
octopus or something.
or like a lamprey eel. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. That all works. And at the start of its turn, which is the start of its turn, it would take 1d10 if you'd like to roll that. As this kind of, as you
I
kind
get
of
to roll that.
described,
Oh,
this
little me.
somewhat weird version of what seems to be some kind of holy damage does in fact hurt it. And perfect. This thing realizing this thing is a creature of pure instinct and doesn't really, it of course can tell it's in danger, but it doesn't understand enough to really do much. So it is just going to attack what is in its grasp right now, grappled. As Damo, you are with advantage, this thing's going to try and hit you. Let me roll one more time. Don't know if that hits. 15 hit you. Damu. Pretty sure that hits, right? A 15?
Yeah, wait, 15. Is it based on my armor?
Your armor class, yes.
I have a 14 armor class.
Okay. So you take 10 damage. So please add that to yourself.
Dude, wait, and something else I realize is this is a. Wait.
And do your concentration, of course. And what have you realized?
No, I'm not concentrated. He's fucking dead.
Oh, yeah.
I can't
you can just,
concentrate.
we can just remove that spell from your concentration then.
What? Wait, it says I can't. So I'm trying to do something here, but it's not letting me.
Hmm?
Isn't this like a reaction to damage?
Let me see. That is as a reaction, you can, in fact, cast this damage. So do you wish to do that?
Yes, I react.
This thing is going to make a dexterity saving throw. Let's see. Oh, that's actually rolled for Dom too. My apologies. This thing does not dodge. As you watch these flames start to swarm around it.
Oh,
Have you-
let me describe this. You see as Damu takes damage, he winces. His eyes widen, and you see a little flame deep in his eyes. And he stares at this plant, and he starts wriggling around with his stick, moving dirt around. He stares at it. He goes, and then
The
the
only-
Oh my God.
fire.
The only
got
noise
chills.
you can make as poison has been pumped deep into your veins. All right. Yeah, the thing you realize as your flames wrap around it, you once again, as it catches on fire, you can watch as with one of its sharper ends of one of the vines, it starts cutting off these vines and these leaves that catch ablaze, preventing it from taking more damage. As that's the end of its turn. Hawkins, please go ahead.
Okay. Is this creature like rooted into the ground?
This
Or
thing
is it like
seems-
have like a trail or something?
This thing, you can see the vines. It's more like the vines are spread out around it. You can see back where Grom is, where that bush is right there. That's what this creature was. This creature was disguised as that giant bush. It's kind of uprooted itself. But you can tell there's definitely still vines leading back into the ground over there. But there's like a mass of vines.
Okay.
This thing's here, but there's like a mass of vines still all around it. But mostly heading in that direction, where it's uprooted from.
All right. Hawkins is gonna take another nice deep breath and try and hawk like a greenish loogie onto his shadow blade. So
Okay.
that it's like a dark blade, kind of like fiery but not quite fiery, with like green tints on the edges. And I'm gonna try and have him like kind of do one of those sick like rock and roll. What's the thing where they're like they like heel, where like they're on their knees and they're dragging.
Like a knee slide? Like a
Knee, yeah, he like try and
yeah.
knee slide here and like try and shit like.
Oh my God, he's so
stat,
fucking
like,
epic.
Yeah, try and
You make the
Um,
face and like the hand sign
shit,
and
yeah,
everything.
yeah. Try and swipe at like the base of his stem.
Sure, go for it. You
his shadow
let's
blade.
see. You will have advantage on this attack, so you can roll one time. Just in case.
Oh,
Alright, you most definitely hit. As this does necrotic damage, I assume?
it does. It usually does psychic, but since I'm having caustic blade, it's acid.
So it switched to acid, okay. And Toss Blade only matters if they miss, right? Like the extra.
Oh, it only it changes its damage type either way, but only when I miss by 3 or less, then
As-
it does an extra d8.
As you swing down and you kind of slide across, you hit the base of, like, kind of the stem where it seems to be going back towards Dom, as this thing instantly kind of kneels forward onto the ground, but you can see as it kind of raises itself back up with its pincers, as Damu is still deep in its grasp. Anything else
Power
you-
slide is what I was thinking of. Power slide.
Power slide.
I think I don't unless I have a bonus action I can do. I don't think I. Fuck it. He's gonna. He's done. He's gonna try and take a bite out of him.
Sure, that's fine.
I don't know if he'll gain any HP if he hits, because it's veggies and veggies are gross.
Okay. Freaking Hawkins and his awful palate.
Oh, I didn't even.
You have to try and hit first.
Where is it? Bite. There it is.
Oh, the icon for Hungry Jaws.
That does hit, and you said you're biting it, right?
Yeah, so he takes 6 damage. That's a nice bite.
Hey. Explain to me how this bite kills it.
Well, I guess like when he swiped at the stem,
fucking
its head, I guess it kind
It
of
goes for the
buckled over.
jugular.
Like yeah, it lost its foot, I guess, vining, and like buckled over, and it just went for the jaw. He hungry jawed this giant creature's bottom jaw, and just hunked it off.
As you do that, this thing kind of withers, and Damo, you feel like the poison is about to inject into you one more time, but you feel like the grasp loosens around you as Hawkins rips a chunk out of this, probably spit it into the ground, knowing him, as
Yeah, he's not swallowing.
as the vines, just all these vines, the creatures start very quickly withering away, and it seems like there's no more creatures. Plants and the vines don't seem to be animating anymore, as all of you have managed to survive this really probably annoyance of a nighttime encounter.
Well, I say that was quite easy. I think everyone looked quite unharmed. Then I'll look over at Damu, and he's like fucking decrepit and like.
As all the
good
vines
heavens!
free up. As you guys kind of...
Gom, do you think you could take care of this? I look over at Gom, and he's still like a fucking demon, fucking venom looking ass.
You see his like long like claws, like what you might see his fingernails just be like normal little tiny triangles or like proper spikes coming out of his hands. And they just retract. And you can see like the vines and stuff coming off of him, or like these like metallic looking thorns start retracting as he like twitches, walking towards you. It goes back to normal.
Oh boy, right.
I would like the three of you with the muzzle on to make just a perception check, maybe. Maybe
Make an
insight.
instantly kill those
I
bear
think an
check.
insight, maybe more. It doesn't matter much either way.
It's the same either for me.
You don't have to, of course, but it's up to you. The three of you that have a muzzle on.
Hello, Benedict.
I want to
Okay.
choose it.
Damu, you're probably in a lot of pain right now. You don't notice much. Hawkins, you realize something about Dom feels familiar when you see this. Almost, not like it's scary, but there's just like almost like a horrific, like retinization of him in some way. You don't know what it is. Maybe you saw it in a book, or maybe you've seen it in a dream.
Deja vu.
I feel dread, but I don't really know what for.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of like a, I know the word, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. I don't have the word in my mind.
Deja vu, right?
It's not deja vu. It's more like a, almost like whenever you see Kronos or hear his voice. It's not that
Deja
bad,
vu.
Horny.
but it's
Oh.
Fear me.
okay. Do you want to what you guys are doing?
I'm going to do my best to patch up Damu.
What is check? Advantage, I believe, if you have, or maybe not.
Does
you
Gom
can-
even have like healing abilities in?
There's Gom.
Yeah.
Dom's on
Can
healing.
heal himself.
Is it all?
Um,
It's all mental and fucking emotional.
Damu, you kind of, as Kira does some things, kind of removes any of this excess poison inside of you. You begin to feel a lot better as they kind of wrap up your wounds, as you're kind of the only one who really got messed up in this fight. And you realize there shouldn't be any more issues for you. There might have been some issues with that poison if it stayed there, but thanks to the help of Kira, you kind of realized, Kira, you would too, that just with a good night rest and calming of nerves, Damu will probably be okay.
Hawkins is like waddling over, picking out thorns out of his knees. Like, I don't know why I fucking did that. There was thorns all over the ground. Oh, it really hurts. Oh, that was dumb. Is everyone alright?
We better just keep our eyes out for more of those things.
Kira,
Yeah.
I want you to do me a nature check with advantage as a wood elf. You're a wood elf, so you would know quite a few things about this.
Andy also, if I
Would
can, I'm gonna start like
she,
cleaning
though?
up the scene by like sucking up all the blood.
There's not really much blood at all. There's no blood from the vines. Damu has a little bit of blood on him, but most of it is not really outward. His blood was all kind of internalized and replaced with poison. So there's actually not blood anywhere, really.
He just has internal bleeding. Silly.
Yeah.
He's just
That's what the
internally
blood's
dying.
supposed to be.
Mo 5, I'm going to drag you up a channel briefly.
Okay.
It'll be like 2 minutes, guys.
Uh-oh.
Alright, as a wood elf, some things you know about creatures like this. Of course, you weren't here during the session. You saw one briefly, but that was a vine blight. And the last one you were fighting is a vine horror, sometimes known as a vine assassin. They are predatory plants that you wouldn't have encountered too much on your island. You guys would have taken care of them, but they are things that are known to form and things you, as a wood elf, would encounter. You know a lot about dangerous magical plant life. And this is something you would have probably experienced before. And these things, while dangerous, they don't move very far. They can't move very fast. So usually they are, as much as happened, they sit down and they wait in places for people to come travel and attack them, which often means they like to lay in wait where there's a lot of travel. And while this is close to the Maple Waltz Road and people and a decent amount of travel, you realize that there hasn't been many people traveling up and down the road. And if someone had come through here, someone probably would have experienced this and would have reported it, and it would have been taken care of. But the fact that this happened must mean that these probably appeared recently. And you know, especially with vine horrors or a vine assassin, they are magical creatures that are often formed by either the magic, some weird magical event, or by like a dead body, like a plant gets the blood, or like a buried body goes into like the roots of a plant, and it kind of just turns into that. So you would kind of recognize that there must be something around here they were feeding on. You wouldn't know exactly where right now, but you would realize there's bound to be something they were feeding on for this to have happened. Which is basically your main takeaway here.
Okay. But would Kira feel? I can't imagine Kira would knowing this would feel compelled to like, hey guys, let's find this source, or if anything, just be more like, oh hey, let's just be careful, guys.
The only thing that you may worry about is that if there's a source and it can cause this, and it's already happened once, it may happen again.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's definitely like the biggest takeaway that I think Kira would tell everyone. Yeah. Like, all right, if there's one of these, there's 100 of them somewhere.
Well, it's not even that. You would realize that there's in this vicinity where you are, there must be something feeding them.
Okay.
You don't see it, so you can do an insight roll if you wanted.
I would definitely do an insight roll just to like see, like maybe this is like very nearby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do an insight, and you realize these things often feed on the number one thing that these things trade by are dead bodies, and there's no dead body around you. You don't see anything they're feasting on. You may walk around the rock a little bit. You see nothing. There might be, and you feel like there's a little bit of ground nearby you, loose. I'll ping it on the map. Right here, beside Hawkins. You feel like there's a little bit of you see like some weird looking dirt, and you realize there may be a dead body under there that had been the source of all this.
So it's like really close by. Like if we see those, there's like something really close by. Then it's not like
there can be something really far away, but these things don't move very far. So unless they've been here for a long time and their roots have spread very far, they'd be feasting on something very nearby. Like this was their feasting ground.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. But we'll go back to the call. You can share information or do what you wish.
The way, like the selection of your movement, I don't remember.
Andy, do you know if I'm able to put the token like on the corner of my square?
Anatolius, you'd have to hold Control or Alt or something, I think, and move it, and it would move it freely, kind of like how Tier's doing.
I hold Shift when I do it.
Shift. Yeah, there you
go. Oh yeah.
But then if I select them both, does it move them together like that?
No, I don't know how to do that. There might be. I might have to get like a module or something. I thought about it. But yeah, we're back. You guys, the vines have at this point kind of just wrapped up. They seem to. There's Kira. You especially would notice now that you're looking over there. You see, kind of, as these vines kind of wither away. You see some of the ground, especially there. You're looking, kind of flattens out.
Think I found the source of our problems, or source of these little baddies.
These baddies.
I'm gonna start trying to start uncovering this mound of dirt.
As they do that, Hawkins, you realize kind of beside you that you don't notice it really right away, but there's this patch of dirt now that the vines aren't there. There's not really a grass there anymore. It looks very out of place. As Kira seems to try and dig. Kira, you'd realize that this, whatever you're digging for, is not close to the surface. But as you start digging, you see kind of like the trails of where the roots or the vines were leading farther down into the square or the land.
Okay, I know for a fact that these plants mainly come when they usually feed on corpses, and then if there's one corpse buried here, there could be many more, and many more of these plants. So we best be on our toes.
So there's some kind of graveyard?
Could be. Could just be a one-time thing, but I think it's best if we just quickly, try to dig out this body and see, and we make a judgment call from there. Can also add another body to your repertoire.
I'm not trying to collect them, Kira.
Sorry, that was just a bad joke. As I just keep digging.
That's a horrible joke.
Yeah, you see
Jesus
Kira trying to
Christ.
dig.
Extremely poor taste.
You'd realize
I'm gonna be like
digging
sitting
here
down and
is
scribbling in my
not.
notebook.
This is not a very convenient way to dig. I mean, it's like you're trying to use, unless you have a tool to do so. I don't know what you're using to try and dig. You can tell this is probably like a proper grave if there's a body here. Like you have to you don't have to dig like 5 feet probably.
Hey, I have a shovel unless it burned. Should I do a...
A shovel's not gonna burn. You'd be fine.
Okay, Hawkins... Alright. He opens his bag of many things. His bag of many useless things.
Who was it last week that said, "Why the fuck does Swills have all this shit?"
When we were making...
was
I
me.
remember when we were making our characters, I was the ones like, fond. Hawkins is never going to be missing out. He's going to have something for every situation.
Oh, he has one now. Okay, go.
He's got a...
You have so much
Pulls
shit.
out
What
a
the
shovel.
fuck?
Yeah, you can. You don't really need to make a check. With enough time, you guys will get there. I don't know if anyone's helping or you guys are looking around. The Hawkins kind of takes over with the shovel, and after, I would say maybe with the shovel, maybe about 10-15 minutes of a decent amount of effort, you start. You kind of hear.
Would everyone be okay with just seeing like me and Hawkins just like digging away?
Oh, yeah, Master.
I'd probably come look. I
Did I
don't
get
think I
any
would help, but
healing
I would definitely come look at
From
what you're doing.
what Kira did earlier?
No, that was just messing chat. Basically, she prevented any excess damage from, especially from the poison, if it was just left in there. She basically checked you
Oh,
up
I
and-
would have definitely handed Damu a potion of greater healing. And would have told Damu, like, if you want to drink it, drink it.
Okay, did I drink it?
Okay, then Kira, you can roll if you want and just remove it from your inventory. Or just roll
Did
and
you
it should be
use an
removed.
action to just get max?
Yes, just you dip mats. Soon you'd probably use an action, so you can just take the full 8, 16, 20 HP. I'm pretty sure you get from that. That was a really good healing roll, by the way, even if you didn't.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's really good for bonus action, regardless. Okay, yeah, you guys kind of, as you're looking around, this is what you hear as you're digging. You,
Is this
And
the dirt
as you-
or is this like a creature?
no, this is like, it's coming from where you're digging, and you almost feel like as you start
Found it.
pushing deeper with, especially with your shovel, it almost looks like the dirt as you take it more and more off. Almost looks like the dirt is moving.
Oh, Kira, is this supposed to happen?
Is it supposed to happen?
Kira?
Most of the times they're not alive, that's for sure, but it seems
Well,
like there's...
a very key thing in this world that you guys would recognize that happens to the dead.
Oh, sorry. Yes, yeah, it's part of the whole... It seems like it's... This is what happens when their spirit is not able to make it to...
Oh, it's an undead, I guess.
Yeah.
Whenever a body, such as the two behind you, if they turned into the waters of Rihdar, and you prevented them from getting there,
Become dead.
eventually it doesn't matter. There's all of this is a variance of time. Different. There's no set reason behind the time frames, but yes, eventually they will become undead if they do not make it to the ruins.
Well, looks like someone didn't make it to the reeds.
Looks like someone didn't make it to the rings.
As you see, this
Wait.
dirt is raising up and up, and it can't get out. Obviously, you don't even see it yet, but you can tell that this thing's moving under here.
What should we do, Hawkins?
I mean, isn't it just going to attack us when we get it out?
I do just kind of want to see what kind of person this was. Because it was a soldier. Maybe, who knows, maybe there's a battlefield and there'd be many of these
Alright.
bodies buried.
Alright, can you guys get prepared to, attack in case it detects us?
I'm digging
Ben?
my shovel in.
Ben,
Most
David,
definitely.
go on, Peggy.
As you did your shovel in, though you guys are getting ready for this fight, you kind of where you're digging, you kind of firstly uncover. You start seeing a piece of like a cloth, and the cloth doesn't look. It looks dirty because it's in all this dirt, but you can kind of recognize it as what you would consider modern wear for this era. It's not something ancient. It's not like this thing's been here forever. And it looks, as you dig a little bit more, it seems to be some kind of tunic, a pretty basic tunic, nothing fancy. Probably maybe a little bit better than what a peasant would have. Maybe this guy was like a hard worker, if like money-wise, just looking at the tunic. And then you kind of dig up a little bit more as it just kind of reveals their head. And you see this head. Half of the face is flesh, and the other half seems to have rotted a little bit, kind of in the jaw. You can see where there is a little bit of more rotted flesh, as if something had been eating it, as if maybe the worms and the maggots in the ground have kind of been eating away the flesh. But this body is not... This is not a skeleton. This is a zombie. And especially Hawkins, you would kind of hear in your head, Hawkins. The first victim, a zombie. Leave him too long, a skeleton. But if you combine the two, a thrall. As you kind of hear this voice you've been hearing off and on through the nights when you dream, telling you stories, is speaking. Not to you, but as if almost witnessing it as well and just talking. And with you, Kira, you'd hear a voice in your head. Almost if you feel a presence beside you. You should bring peace to the dead. Bring out their last wishes. Bring them peace. As you kind of reveal the face of even more of this man, as the head starts lurching forward. You have clear access to the head, as the hair is this brown hair, it's almost slit back, as it seems it's dirty now, but it still seems as if it's pretty fresh, as if it was only combed not days ago. As this reaches up, its body is strapped under all the soil. It cannot get to you. Only its head is revealed. As long as you don't take more of it, it won't move it up and fight you. You can easily finish it off.
What do you want to do with him, Kira?
I think it's best if we put it out of its misery, no?
Whatever you want.
As Damu swings down, you just watch us swings down with the torch staff. You just watch
smashes it.
You just watch one of his eyes pop as he pulls the torch staff back out.
That is what you get, peasant.
I think Shakira would be just really shocked and spooked, just like a random staff just coming straight down. When we're just me and Hawkins are just having this discussion. Like, well, yeah, it seems like Damu's got the right idea. Just grab my...
As you kind of hear, as you reach to your rock, whatever you're about to use, you kind of...
Would I have advantage?
Yeah, you have advantage. It is restrained. As you reach down, as you're about to stab, probably into its head, you almost feel like you can hear the words. Oh well, Hawkins has heard them. As you don't hear, it sounds almost like whenever a cat or an animal says something, you're like, wow, they just say a human word. It sounds almost like this thing is trying to speak, as if there's still semblance of something there. As you stab into its head, please make a investigation roll for me, Kira. As you stab into it, it kind of, the head jolts forward one last time, and still on the fleshy edge, you can see through the front of its neck as it lurches up, you can see like a puncture wound. It's very thin, almost as if something stabbed it through the back of the neck. Perhaps even a dagger. But this undead, the zombie, it says no more. As it slumps back. Easily killed. As you're kind of holding its head now, Donna smashes it with the quarterstaff. It does not break like a stone head. It's you get splashed with the brains and some of the blood of this zombie. This rotten, decaying blood, Kira.
Wrong place, wrong time, friend.
I look over at Gom.
He says that.
I'm just like,
I walk up to Kira. I'm looking a little bit just like woozy from like the poison, and I pull out a piece of parchment and I just start wiping off the fucking brains.
I'm just like looking at. I'm just looking at Damu. Like, I don't even say anything. I just get up.
If there is blood on Damu from the creature, I'd probably go take it off of him.
That is, without a doubt, the single worst smell I have ever had to deal with in my entire life.
Please, Hoddens, you say that. However, whenever you say that, you remember the words of your old commander, Stavros. Whenever you guys finally left Sothis' lair. That was like this, but much worse. It brings you back to a place you probably don't want to remember.
Oh, right. That was
A place of
single-handedly
thousands
the
of dead
second
bodies.
worst smell I have ever had to deal with in my entire life.
Do
What
you
was
guys
the
wish to
first?
re-
I'm gonna
do you
go
guys wish
touch
to do anything
Damu's
else?
face and get the blood off of him.
Oh, there's no
I
blood on
die
his face.
instantly.
It was on
But it's
Kira's,
just
but
like-
it's now on the paper.
What if if there was any? It's just like instead of it being like brains and blood, now it's just brain.
You'd probably have to, if you actually want to,
I
have to go
grab
into the grave.
I grab my parchment that I was wiping the blood up with, and I place it on your face very gently.
The parchment
you're-
is now
you-
like fully clean.
Yeah, it's perfect. He's like an anti-ink machine.
All right.
While they're doing
brains,
that,
yeah.
Hawkins is going
I'm gonna
to
go
dig out the
touch
rest of the body.
dead guy.
Oh, you go down. Please do an investigation, Grom, as you kind of make your way into this hole. You have to kind of watch your step as it is about your height.
Wah, wah.
What were you doing to do?
I was gonna go touch him and take his blood.
Yes, you can. It is not fresh by any means. And
Gotta
you
eat it
do
with a
take
spoon.
It definitely, it kind of just forms through your onesie into your body. But there's no response.
You guys hear Gom as he's like jumping down there. He starts like mumbling to himself.
Okay.
So can I feed the rest of the body and like have it not underground?
You're trying to basically bring it all up.
Yeah, bring the whole thing up.
Yeah, you can finish once Grom gets out of the way. You can finish digging it up, and it's not hard to finish digging this. As you did up, you realize this was probably, looking at him, a human, probably in his 50s, maybe late 40s, a male, slick back hair, probably just a working class man. Nothing too special about him, and it looks like nothing. He doesn't have anything in there. Perhaps he was robbed. Who knows? But there's only one thing in there besides his clothing. Now, as you can tell, it's very clear that he has not died too long ago, maybe a couple weeks at worst. But on his chest, kind of in the pocket of his tunic, as you bring him up, you see a letter. Or at least a piece of paper that is kind of folded up. And you can tell there's words on there. You can see it, it's kind of like
Can I
split
read
through
it?
a little bit. Let me drop this into your inventory. You can read out loud or read it to yourself. This
What
is
you
an
find there,
item.
Hawkins?
A
Inventory.
clue.
I have dropped it. I've dropped it
Right
in your inventory.
on
It is the second one for your loot.
I see.
Good time.
Okay, let me see this. Very small sheet of paper.
Goodbye, Dad.
Well, I guess I'll just read this out. Dad, you loved me so much. You were great. I could never repay all the love given to me. I know it was hard after Mum's death. I've been thinking about it, about how to repay it. This is very long. I think I'm going to read this by myself later. Guys, I'm
Could
sorry,
you
this
use
is a
some
long
better
letter.
delivery?
Everyone's like,
This is a
please.
long letter.
Everyone's like, you can't
Guys, this is
fucking
really
blue
long
ball us. You gotta finish it.
Yeah, guys, this is really long. I don't know if I want to feel like read it.
Hawkins,
Hey,
finish
Dad.
it.
Alright, how to repay it. About how to repay it. Hey, Dad. In school, they asked us about what we wanted to become. They mocked me when I said, like Kronos the Humble. They called him evil. I know it's not true. I was told I should be like the shield of the people, Mr. Villa. But why is that okay? Just because he has never done anything bad. I want to be normal, Dad. Is it weird for me to want to be like Kronos? Is he bad? He stopped the Crimson Riot. He stopped the Petal Killer. We were taught that in school. Only 3 months ago, the teacher called him the greatest hero. Now he's the greatest villain. I don't think they understand what being bad really is. Maybe I don't understand.
Bad.
Shut up. Being bad really is. Hey, Dad, I think I decided what I really want to do with my life. I want to figure out what bad is. I want to show them what being bad really is. They won't be able to easily call anyone bad if they really knew what it was. I want them to see it. I want to see it. Dad, you were always taking care of me. I know it would hurt to see what I show the world. You tried to hide it, but I saw you cry when Kronos was called bad. I saw you cry when that terrorist attacked the infirmary during Mr. Afonso's test.
No, ain't no way.
Oh, that's like it giggles a little bit. Oh, fuck.
Why are you guys laughing?
Don't worry about it. I don't want to make you cry when you see what I do. Hey, Dad, I've decided how to repay your love to me. I will make you forever special to me, to the world. You will be my first. I will kill you so you can go see Mum. I will bury you in our favourite camping site. I'm sorry I can't send you to the rings. This is the best I can do. I'll come visit you. I love you, Dad. Your son loves you more than you could imagine. Goodbye, Dad.
Is it signed by anyone, Hawkins?
It says no. Can I?
Do you think I could take that?
It appears that this is the dad that he killed.
Can I see if I recognize this handwriting from anything in my brain?
So young and edgy. Like, well, not edgy, but like.
I don't
mean,
think
I
it would
don't
be
know.
Jackal Eyes.
It'd be cool if it was, though.
This guy sounds like way too young.
It's me. Sorry, guys.
We don't know how old Jackal Eyes is. Maybe he's 15.
Sure.
You
Can I
can
try and
check you want-
recognize the
yeah,
handwriting
Any check
if
you want
I
to
do?
make? Anyone can do anything you want.
Investigation, I guess.
Yeah, any of you can do anything. I'm not gonna stop anyone. With your investigation, Hawkins, you kind of watch this. You do pick up on the subtleties of kind of the way this boy writes. You can see he writes with almost a little bit of sophistication, but you can tell it's still the words of a child, as the handwriting is just actually the worst handwriting you've ever seen in your life. It is, the words seem a little sophisticated, but the handwriting is just almost, you kind of stumbled sometimes when you're speaking because the handwriting is just extremely hard to read. Worse than anything you've seen. That is, you don't recognize it, but you would probably, if you saw something similar to this, you probably potentially recognize it because it's just that awful. And the way the words kind of combine, it's almost like just a jumble of letters. Perhaps that was just shaking handwriting after killing his father. You don't know. But at least this letter is almost unintelligible. And you do not recognize someone directly that you've seen their handwriting this bad.
Hawkins, do you think you could...
Damn it, you wanted to have a look?
I don't think I wanted to, but I will.
Oh, was that you, Ben? Sorry, I thought you two merged together in my brain sometimes.
Did you just call Benedict Burns?
Ben.
Barn.
Sitting directly on top of
Burn.
Hawkins. Burn.
Here you go, Ben.
I will start copying it.
Yeah, you also, it probably even infuriates you more, Benedict, just as to how
I'm crying while I'm
unintelligible.
looking at this.
Like, it, maybe you're crying because of the contents, but you'd probably be it's somewhat irritated by just how awfully it was like
What
almost
the
like a
fuck is
beautiful
that? God.
moment. Yeah, the handwriting is just awful. You do start writing it down, then you start copying it. I assume in more intelligible handwriting, probably used to your handwriting, which is much more fancy and much more. It's almost like cursive.
It's sexy, and you'd come if you read it.
Hawkins was used to reading bad handwriting because he also has very bad handwriting.
Maybe Hawkins were like, wait, did I kill him?
What is
My
wrong
dad?
with it? I mean,
Oh,
reads just like how I would write.
Oh, that sounds like something I would say.
But no, that's all you find on this body. You, I guess the last thing you may find would be the last, if you actually look over this body, you'd probably see a necklace, and on it has two like crossed runes symboling Pygmalion and Galatea, the runes most of the worships.
Since I copied it, could I have it in my inventory?
Oh yeah, you can just drag and drop it from Hawkins into yours if you wish.
Hey, yoinkies! Also, drag and drop his
You should
kid's
definitely
gun.
You should definitely put in parentheses, copy though, or something, so we know it's not the
Yes.
original. But that's all you find. This unnamed man has been put to rest. You kind of now
Right.
understand kind of
I think
what
I
his
can.
fate was.
That was very sad.
I can roll it. Holy shit!
And you realize there's a boy out there in the world who knows what he'll do.
I don't think I can copy it over like that.
Here, I can do it too then. But yeah, the game's in your guys' hand.
Well,
maybe we should move away from here, just because don't
We
those
should
plants like
we should walk and
dead
talk,
things?
but I'm thinking maybe we should bring that back to the twilight.
the body.
The letter.
Oh right, yeah, that's much more reasonable request.
Are we sending the original or the copy?
They might be able to do something with the original. Maybe they can understand the handwriting
Yeah.
or.
I mean, from what it seems like this guy's the dead, and the boy wandering the plains is the one who looks up to, Kronos, His Majesty.
Okay.
Seems like not for a good reason though.
Slash me starts walking.
Oh, actually, no. He lit up to him for no reason. He lit up to Kronos for the heroics he did. He lit up to Kronos the humble, not Kronos the
Oh,
Why
Shame.
did he go on a villain arc and start causing pain to everyone?
That's
Huh?
because
He actually went on his
well,
fucking Joker arc.
he has his reasons, but no, he
I'll show you what
he respects
pain
Kronos
is.
for his heroics.
Okay,
Did
I
we,
start walking away.
should we
I
get
start leaving.
going?
Where are you
Sure.
going?
Can I give the body one last once over, see if I can find anything to identify him?
Ooh, to identify him. You see if you look through, you look at there's still the only things on him are his clothing, and then the kind of the necklace with the double rings, and on one ring you see a JD, and on the other back of the other one you see a MD. I was like initials of two people.
Alright, I'm gonna grab the necklace and
Okay.
just put it in my pocket.
I don't have a item made for it right now.
yeah,
but,
that's
uh,
fine.
please put in
I'll
there.
write it down in my notes. Or
Yes, and please.
I'll
put,
make something. Just say it's a necklace with JDMD around the Orbitus rings.
Yep.
Alright, I found this necklace with JDMD. I assume this might be some form of initials. A clue.
Wow, the mystery unfolds.
Right, shall we maybe head off a little bit, find somewhere safer?
Let's go, guys.
Alright.
You guys are free to move through this map as you wish. You guys were in forest. You guys are still technically in the forest of the Rocky.
I run head straight into this wall. I mean, Anatoly does that. I mean, I do that.
Kira, you're good with finding a good campsite. Would you mind leading the way?
Yeah, we just gotta be careful. We don't know if there might be more
Alright.
of these plants out to make a meal out of us.
As Kira leads the way when Damu's a mile in front.
Guys,
Oh,
be
watch
careful!
As you're thinking
Why are
about it,
you
you think there is a possibility for sure, but you realize this may be a little more. So that seemed to be just a road body almost.
I bite
That's
this
awesome.
tree. Nom, 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 nom.
Please.
Are we looking to make camp?
Dennis check. It is nighttime. You guys were about to sleep. You guys you're kind of rest. You're
Oh
about
yeah,
to
should
enjoy.
we should
Let's
probably
just
sleep again.
Let's just move away.
You guys just go. You just move the bodies around. We can sleep here anyway.
Should we just, Kira, you mind maybe blazing up this body?
Set it on fire, you mean?
I don't know. I just feel like if someone came up and then maybe some magician came and did some, some investigation, they might find traces of us being here and then a dead body. I just feel like that's just baggage I can't deal with right now.
I mean, yeah, I definitely can. As I guess aim my finger towards the body, and I'm gonna set it ablaze with firebolt.
As you watch this body kind of start
Alright,
burning,
could we do this somewhere
For-
else? Not
I
where
disguise the smoke with
I-
minor illusion.
people- Go over here.
I don't know if any of you would subscribe, at least to some extent. You don't have to be like a paladin or a PS, but everyone sometimes have certain beliefs. I don't know if any of you subscribe to more of the religions or triumphant. As a wood elf, Kira, you would definitely lean a little bit more towards this, though you as wood elves have different ways of probably sending your dead off to the gates of eternity. But especially for a human and a more mortal situation, this is the first time you guys in a long time have seen a proper cremation in the style of the Orbis Triumphant, returning the ashes back to the earth, not to the rings, replenishing the ground, the mother, with the life force of the dead. You just kind of watch this blaze as you hear the crackling of the flesh as it just kind of slowly disappears. And
I
though
do want
these
to discuss
bodies,
the smoke with
yeah, you
minor
can
illusion,
pretty
though.
pretty easily, and it's getting a little bit darker
Okay.
too, so it'd be a little bit harder to notice in the first place. And I don't know. Once again, you guys probably don't know too much about the religions, and if you'd subscribe, but if any of you feel the way of returning people to the earth, and to Orbitus, and kind of more than this. While I'm not going to try and suggest too much, to some extent you may consider in this moment watching this body burn that it may not be the worst thing to do that for Jeddah and Valen as well, because it's only a matter of time until they turn into walkers, and if for some reason you decide to keep them into undead, just like this poor bastard. That may be a thought that you may wish tangle with. Otherwise,
Did you guys hear what he said? Some of them were still there.
Oh, it's best if we let him return back to the reins.
He was calling for his son.
Oh,
Did you hear it, Damu?
yeah, I was, yes.
He wasn't completely gone.
I
I
think we
suppose
should,
turning undead is probably much more painful than death.
But it's not death.
Hawkins, I think as I just look
I
at the
think we
two
set them ablaze.
bodies next to you, we can't be going around carrying those bodies. I think you know
Okay.
what we should do.
You have a choice to make here, Hawkins, it seems. Potentially.
Let me think about it. Give me to the boarded.
I just get up and I just walk into the forest, just looking for a good place to set up camp for everyone.
Sure.
Would you like me to make a survival check or anything?
You guys are only like 30 minutes away from the main road. This is a nice area, kind of. There's other places with kind of the rocky outcroppings, and you kind of just walk around, and you don't need to make a check. This is just your wood elf. I mean, you're just used to this stuff. Even though you're very much so disconnected from being a wood elf at this point in time, you find a place pretty easily, and it seems there's no danger around. And you guys can rest, talk. You guys have downtime right now. It's the night. It's about to become nighttime. You guys will rest for the night or speak.
I'm gonna wait till it's I guess Hawkins 2 a.m. I suppose. No, I'll approach him about it again.
Anyone doing watches or anything like that? Some of you may have the similar watch.
I'm gonna set alarm here.
I'm not I can still see and hear and everything. It's again the Warforged
Go sleep.
stuff.
As the night goes on, the Stella sets behind the range of Pygmalion, and the light slowly Dustin's even more than it was earlier, as you're all adventurers, or you all have your own problems. It's nothing new to find people with problems. But reading that, having Hawkins, your commander, read that letter out loud and seeing that body, to some extent, would leave a melancholic feeling in the air, which is not seemingly uncommon for you all in the recent days, the recent weeks for some of you. Just another reminder that even through all of your own suffering, everyone in Orbitus, everyone's going through chaotic times. There are endless problems and despairs. You kind of sleep as the range of Galatea in its seasonal climates lights parts of the night. The darkness kind of befalls, as it's kind of a quiet night. There's not much noise anymore. Perhaps the rustling of leaves here and there. But you all kind of start resting. And here, for anyone who wishes to speak, or as you were about to say something, Mo5, then feel free to do that with whoever.
Did you give it any thought, Hawkins? Over letting these bodies go?
I don't know. What if we run into a priest in the morning? They haven't started moving yet.
Hawkins.
There's still time.
You just have to let go. Let them go. They've been through enough.
I haven't taken responsibility yet. I
You
gotta
don't
finally
have
take
to.
responsibility.
Hawkins, you're a pirate. You don't have to take responsibility. Freedom is all you're about.
Yeah, but I'm not a pirate anymore. I'm a slave. I'm supposed to be a commander, and all I've done is get people killed, and I haven't earned my place yet.
And what's the one thing slaves all desire? Freedom. We'll get that one day. But right now, you have the option to give that freedom to these two. Remember what it was like to be free, out in the seas. What did you want to give them? That
I
joy.
wasn't free. I've never been free, Kira. I've just been running. I'm just fucking. I just want to go back, man. I just want to go home. I'm not a pirate. I'm not a badass. I'm just fucking. I'm the same I was when I was 11. When I was a fucking dumbass kid who ran away. And I'm still running. Just give me to the morning.
Guess we're all running, huh? You know, I'll do my best to support your decisions. Good luck to the future of us, huh?
Yeah.
As I just wander into a bush to hide.
And you, Hawkins?
Good night, Hawkins.
He just has this really fucking cool dialogue and then just phases into a bush.
And
Like
what do you
Homer
do,
Simpson.
Hawkins?
Gotta go.
I think he's just kind of. What if he's everyone's asleep? He doesn't sleep until someone else wakes up. He'll stay. Keep on
Shit, there's a
watch.
button for it.
As
Is Gum awake?
he's inactive right now.
Okay.
I'd wake up in 4 hours, so.
Yes, they wake up about the same time, or they could at least. Oh shit! I'm also clicking on Kira. Oops.
Look at that. Look at that jackal.
Can I long rest now?
No, not yet.
You know, I never really got a zoomed up look
Is
at
this
Jackal.
dawn yet?
It's not done yet. Hold on.
It's winking at me.
Hawkins, as it's just you in the night, in this very quiet night, as the blinking lights above you come off and on, sometimes making it harder to see than others, without you having dark vision, you there's really nothing to look at besides your old companions, and mostly your new companions. Almost there when you first started this torturous, well, it wasn't all torturous, back during Alfonso's test, during the hidden chain. That was an alright time. But now everyone around you is almost a stranger, besides Kira. And in front of you are two people who literally are strangers that you feel a responsibility to. After all, indirectly, you and Newt managed to wipe out their entire company of mages. And as you kind of watch Jeddah and Valen, you kind of see Valen, who had tried to lighten the mood with you when it was so tense between the three of you after the bramble. You kind of see his sly smile when you kind of hear in your head, so what are we eating for dinner, huh? It's not one of you, is it? As you kind of hear the memories of him. And you see on the other face of Jeddah this deep, deep anger at the loss of his friend. Just this almost unforgiveness in his eyes of how you could all be so casual whenever his friend, I believe his name was Fado, had just been killed. He was dead because of all of you. Also, you can still see the emotions on these people's faces, their personalities, who they once were. And part of you almost feels like you can see them move. But as you blink, they're just there, lifeless, corpses, all personality lost. How much can be lost in such a simple thing as death? That kind of goes across your mind as the night wears on until eventually, in a few hours, Kira, you feel your meditation kind of awaken. Gom, you feel yourself no longer needing to be asleep. And through the night, Kira, you hear the voice of Ulian the Healer preaching almost about how the dead need find peace, how people must fulfill their last wishes, and how you must always help the dead. Do not let them suffer for long. Thoughts like that, the thoughts of another man, another person, go through your head all night. Perhaps they influence you, perhaps they don't, but they are there and they are prevalent. But the two of you can reawaken. Perhaps giving Hawkins a chance to rest.
Would I don't know if there's any particular moment you're waiting for. Like, would I have got anything from Paturia yet?
You know what? We can do that now. Thank you for reminding me. I would have just forgot. So I'm like,
Wait, you mean is that the coin dude?
No, from
Fuck. I want to see the coin.
we were left on red by the coin dude, I think.
for now.
My god.
Let me send you this message. This, normally you would realize that these appear faster than normal, but this has been almost like it's been postponed. Do you see that?
Is it my inventory?
No, I sent a message to you in chat. It's literally
I see.
It's a verbal message. 25 words, I think. It's almost like a response to your sending spell. You do not get a response back, though. I also think she was holding on to yours.
Is that it?
That's what Purdue said back to you.
That's just what Corgan said. Like, is that all she sent me? Nothing. A fucking bitch. Fuck, I could trust her. Oh, fuck her. Fuckable. Higgins is gonna finally take responsibility, and he's gonna listen to the voice in his head and try and raise these two.
Oh, okay. As you, well, firstly, I would like to know, how are you going to try this? Well, to you,
I think
Hawkins, who probably doesn't know much about necromancy, is something a lot of people don't know about, besides being like, this is something no one does, which is how forbidden it is in this world. So you would have an idea, maybe a little bit from the voices in your head. But yeah, what do you think?
In my head, I think it's more like he's like using his own like soul almost to like force them, like bring them back, right? Like he's taking a bit of himself and putting them in these dead bodies to chain them back to the real world instead of whatever place they would go.
All right. I like that idea. As you start, is there a certain way you try and take part of your soul? Do you talk to them? Do you physically do something, or is there a certain way you have an idea of how to connect yourself?
Probably just like sit in front of them. He's
hungry. He uses hungry jaws.
Oh shit, you're right. I think take a.
That'd be your necromancer mark. Every time you see a bite taking out something, you know.
It's fucking eating the
Like
fucking body.
he wouldn't take off a chunk, but I think he would maybe like latch on his jaws a
like,
little bit.
That's like your mark of necromancer. That's actually kind of sick.
Yeah, like around, like basically around their shoulder, maybe.
He uses his fangs to inject his soul in.
You're almost like a necromancer vampire. Like what the?
Yeah, dude. But instead of sucking out their soul, you put it in.
He's pushing. Yeah, he's scraping and licking.
Please.
But
yeah. Say what else you're gonna say.
Like I don't think I wrote down. No, I did write down the names.
I can always say that. I mean, even though I've been preaching their names non-stop, I can happily.
Yeah, it's really cringy.
One of them's Jeddah, right?
Ballad, Jeddah.
And if you need to know what they're about, I can of course tell you their personalities a little bit.
Can you give us the footnotes?
The footnotes, which I did a little bit just sitting there talking to you, but so Valen, these are the two that survived the bramble with you, alongside Wilbur. Everyone else has died or didn't come back. They also survived fighting the corrupted souls of their friends, and both of them have been completely scarred. Basically, their situation was just as bad as yours guys, and they've lost people. And Valen was a little bit more easygoing, open-ended. He tried to break the ice whenever you guys were having a hard time talking between you and Wilbur and the tension by cracking jokes and being more friendly. Jeddah was the one who had lost his best friend during all that, and even had to kill his corrupted soul in the end. And he did not understand why Wilbur was so forgiving or so accepting, especially knowing what they obviously knew what Kier had done. So he was very angry. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for your group. Why allow you another chance to cause disaster with another unstable magic? This is twice in a month, he said. So he eventually went off and stewed off. He was very clearly very upset at the loss of his friend. And Valen was similar, but he was taking the opposite approach, trying to mend the bridge. And Wilbur was kind of in between. So that's kind of them. Kind of almost like a good cop, bad cop in a way.
Right, Fallon, Jeddah. I was I've been used my whole life. I've been finding people I thought I could trust, and they just throw me away. I trusted Patura, but she hasn't seen me as nothing but a pawn. I don't know a lot about you, but you were definitely some characters, and I quite liked you. Even you, Fallon. And the choice is yours, but I'm done being a pawn. I'm putting your lives in my hands. You can come back. The choice is yours. But fuck them all. Fuck Rihdar. Fuck Kronos. Fuck Orbitus. I'm done being their fucking playthings. Come on now. Let's go. And he bites them in.
Please roll me, firstly, an Arcana check.
All right. Okay.
I mean, if you want me to.
He looks like he's trying to kiss them on the neck.
I'm going to use my
goes in
plus
for
12.
a bite.
Hold on. You may not need to. As you bite down into, which one do you bite first, Jeddah or Valen?
I think Jeddah first.
Just so you're aware, Jeddah is the one that was angry. In case you're confused.
Oh, he actually just got their names mixed up. Character.
Yeah.
Can't tell the difference.
So, do you wish to bite Valen, who is more open?
Yeah, Valen.
Okay. As you bite kind of into his shoulder, his neck, wherever you decide, you said this and you bit him, but ultimately you kind of understand how to. release magic energy, but you don't really know how to control that once you let it go. And as you do it, you kind of hear a voice in your head, not talking to you again. It just goes, I remember the first time I brought back a fallen comrade. It was as if I had to remember the pain of their death, the pain of all the suffering. And when I released the magic, I thought of them and I tried to connect to them as if I was the same person, as if in that moment I was them. I gave them part of myself, and I never expected it back. As you kind of hear these words, it kind of guides you into realizing as you're doing this, you need to almost, imagine them. Imagine what it'd be like to be this person and their suffering, their pain in their own ways, which you kind of did as you spoke. And as you're being kind of guided through these words indirectly, you can roll once again your Arcana check.
Yippee!
Yes, as you're biting into Valen, as you kind of start imagining the similarities, you had priorly chain casted with Valen actually, as you almost feel like a click in your magic, and maybe the remnants of, he doesn't have magic anymore, but like the magical veins all spellcasters have, as it kind of clicks, and as this part of your soul that you've removed kind of forces its way through its veins, you don't really know when to stop. But then you feel almost like a hand raise up. And it doesn't really caress you in a weird way, but kind of like just places its hand on the side of your face. Oh, friend. Hi. As you realize, no longer is Valen a corpse. At least one that doesn't move. As they reanimate in front of you. Though, very clearly, still an undead, pale, nasty in nature.
Oh, yeah.
But congratulations, you have succeeded. For all of this that's happened here, I'm sure you're about to do the same to Jeddah, but all of this has greatly impressed me. I have an idea of a reward I wish to give you, but I shall verify it later. But this has been a very beautiful moment in general. I like the growth. But I assume
I'll
you
show
do the
you
same
some
for Jeddah.
growth. Clutches crotch angrily.
Okay. I assume you're going to do the same with Jeddah, no differently. Yeah. Okay. This time it's do once again an Arcana check. This time you can do it with advantage on your own. You don't no longer need to be guided. You have still fresh in your mind this perhaps adrenaline or whatever you wish to call it from succeeding in the first place. This drives you forward to revive Jeddah as well. As you now understand.
All right,
how
now Jeddah. I'm angry, and so are you. Let's fucking go.
As your anger overlaps. One more time.
Oh, yeah.
Just in case.
Oh, yeah.
As your anger overlaps, unlike last time, you don't feel any presence on your face. You just, as you kind of open your eyes and you look, you see this blaze, and you recognize this, an unforgiving stare, an unadulterating hatred is in the eyes of Jeddah as the body rises once again. Congratulations, you have successfully acquired the bodies of Jeddah and Valen as your first minions. Though also you now have officially started walking the path of great danger compared to what you were.
Yeah. Well, GG. Hawkins snuggles and goes to sleep.
Cool. Gotta go.
Kinda as I guess Kira and John would have been kind of noticed this anyway. The two of you probably would have kind of woken up. I don't know if it would have been during this or soon after or not.
Yeah, they can watch if they want. I don't think Hawkins would have noticed either way.
If you guys were awake, or when you wake up, You guys would recognize that these two bodies are animated. They're standing. I mean, they're not acting dead or anything. They're not moving around either. They're just kind of stationary, it seems.
I would have seen all of this happen, right?
Yeah, I assume. I don't see why not.
I'm
Do
just
they,
gonna.
Do they
Yeah.
look like are they talking and stuff?
You don't. They're not talking normally. You might hear every now and then. You might hear of like a little, right? Mostly from Valen, the body of Valen, which you wouldn't know who Valen is. Almost as if maybe, just maybe, the creature's trying to. And in these moments through the night, all of you would recognize that perhaps there's a little bit more to the death in this world than what you had thought. To the souls of the ones who die. Perhaps they don't just disappear. Perhaps it's true in the waters of Perdita that their souls are always trapped there, and that's why you get these glimpses of who someone once was.
Well, okay.
What else for you guys?
I'll probably wake up to just seeing. I imagine Hawkins asleep, and I see the two bodies, and I just kind of let out a little sigh, and I'll just sit down and just take watch as I occasionally just keep my eyes open and also stare at these two new teammates of ours.
They don't look very good, but at least in the current state, you guys should potentially disguise them if you have more clothing. But their clothing is still technically blown to shreds. But yeah, do you guys? Nothing's gonna happen through the night. If no one wishes to do anything, we can jump towards the morning.
I would really like to wake up now, guys.
Yeah, I don't think I'd really talk to Gom at all. Probably maybe just look at it.
We just have a staring contest.
Yeah, I guess so.
Sounds good.
We all know that Jackal would win.
I guess yeah. If you want, you could be playing with Jackal. I think Jackal will be sleeping though.
Yeah, I would just get up whenever I notice other people getting up.
Well, the first thing you all notice, whoever's awake right now before anyone else wakes up, please do a perception check.
What the heck? You hit my dice.
Dom, you don't really notice,
issue.
but Kira, this is kind of your whole shtick. You kind of really recognize, as you see in the distance, you just see, right now you just see a horseman riding through. Doesn't seem to notice you yet. If he's even coming this way, he seems to be avoiding trees. And then behind him you see kind of more horsemen. They seem to almost be scouring the forest to some extent.
I am. Would I recognize any of their? Do they have any recognizable sigils or anything of that sort? Like something that would help me differentiate if they're good or bad.
You've only just now that perception allowed you to notice them, but please make me one more. Now that you notice them, to make a proper understanding of who they may be.
So another perception check.
Yep, one more perception check. It's probably easy enough. These people look not super special, but they look well equipped, almost more like a guard. And you see, very famously, the blue color kind of on their uniform, and the blue color often represents, to some extent, a member, kind of under Galvera, like a lesser member maybe of the Squall Knights.
Squall Knights.
So these aren't these are like the lesser. These are just maybe like a small platoon. They're not the official Night Order people, but they'd be like a smaller unit or something. But they're guards.
Guys,
Is it morning now? Can I wake up?
Well, you tell me that. You didn't whisper it in the air.
wake up, guys! Shh, stay quiet. Shh, be quiet. Horseman nearby.
Hello, guys. What is up? Good morning.
Yeah, Gom would
Does he fucking do
get
that?
up.
No.
It's Benedict wakes up like that. He's like,
So
it's such a lovely
fucking
morning, spewing poetry and theatrics.
Yeah, honestly, he would.
If you would, that's with you.
No, 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 no.
Kira, what's the problem?
Horsemen. They seem to be squall
Horsemen?
knights nearby. Listen.
Slash me is listening.
You
Oh,
can hear.
also
You can hear.
is listening.
It's not fast galloping, but you can kind of hear like the trotting of horse feet.
Is it coming closer?
It's pretty close. You don't know if it's necessarily coming your direction. It may. You guys can, if you're trying to hide, and make a stealth check.
Could I
But
use
it
my
had to-
ears?
You can hear them, yes.
Well, to see if they're coming closer.
Well, it's kind of hard to tell. They're nearby. It's kind of hard to tell, though. Like, they're really close. They're only like 20, 30 feet away. It's hard to tell if they're getting closer or if it's just, the sound.
Oh,
of
they're
them.
right there. I can literally
you can
see
literally
them.
see them. Yeah. They're like right there.
I do
If
insight
you guys
and
aren't hiding.
stealth.
If you guys aren't hiding, it's kind of.
Oh, I'm just gonna play dead.
Hawkins
Um,
would, like,
random
tell
teddy
Valen-
bear.
I'll
Teddy bear.
also play dead in real life.
Donmu just goes on all fours, and now he just looks like a regular turtle, but
With
has
a
a blanket on his back.
With a hat.
No, he puts it. The head he puts to the side.
Regular turtle with a tarp over.
Oh, no,
its shell.
he casts minor illusion on his tarp to make it look like his shell again.
Okay. Still a pretty big fucking turtle.
I'll just duck under.
Okay, so what's everyone doing? If you guys are stealthing, if you guys aren't trying to hide, that's one thing. But if you guys are all trying to stealth, I'll need a group stealth check. But you guys can tell me right now what all of you are doing at least. Everyone has
I would
stealth.
definitely be already stealthed in a way, or hidden. Or actually, I guess I wouldn't be hidden. Never mind.
Hawkins
I would just
tell-
already be better.
Me personally.
Go ahead, Hawkins.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna tell
Alright.
Valenjetta to get in a bush and play dead, and he's gonna jump in a different bush to try and hide.
Stealth.
Okay, they will.
So for me, I would technically have to roll deception based on this.
Yeah, but I feel like yours is. I feel like yours is a little bit different though, because even if you are mundane, you're still out here in the middle of nowhere.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah, but like, I mean, they see a teddy bear. It's like, oh well, it's not
Yeah,
a
it's
living
still a
creature. It's
teddy
just
bear.
a teddy bear.
It's still It's still like. Oh
Like
my
if you see a
God,
teddy
it's-
bear out in the woods, like you're not gonna think it's alive. You're just,
about
why
as
is there a teddy bear
suspicious
out
as a
here?
teddy bear would be.
Let me put it like that. You won't think it's alive, but basically, I want to make sure you understand that if these guards see a teddy bear, their first thoughts are probably be like, well, "Is there a lost, injured child around here?" And they're going to come investigate. And these are guards. They're not just like random people. But yeah, I mean, if you guys are stealthing, we have 2 stealth chats. Okay, that's really good.
Stealth.
I guess I'll stealth.
Livery, why did you circle me?
He's being quite silly right now.
He's right there. Okay.
Writing. Oh,
Let's- We see what these guys can happen to do on their perceptions. Okay. 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 As you guys are stealthing, weirdly enough, the first one kind of just rides by, not noticing. However, you kind of hear, "Hey, wait a second. I think I see something." As they kind of converge. Do-do-do. This one comes back up. Is that a fucking teddy bear? What the hell?
My God. If they do notice me, then I'm definitely gonna play as a toy.
I mean, as they approach, you guys right beside them. What are you guys even hiding? What do you? So one's a turtle.
I'm a turtle.
Just a turtle. Benedetto, what are you doing? You're under a tree right now and by a giant log. Now, Benedetto is dead. Kira can probably hide decently. The point is, I
Oh, I was
think...
muted. Is this a bush or a tree?
No, that's a tree. That's a short tree.
I think Hawkins would just jump out and be like, "Can we help you?" I don't know, should I?
Oh fuck! That was an accident.
I'll
You can,
pretend to be asleep.
you
I
can.
think it would be nice to have Benedict because he's a human. Well, he looks human at least.
You
Human.
guys do what you
well,
want. You
yeah.
also realize at this point now that they're here, they're literally in the center of all of you, or they're about to be. They're on horseback, so they're like double your height. You realize it'd be very hard for them not to like. Maybe there's only one or two of you, but there's a lot of you.
Me pretend.
I
Who's
stand
gonna
up and
walk
go, oh hi there.
Ugh.
Can we
Hey.
help you lot?
What are you hiding these bushes for?
Well, these are very dangerous parts. We saw people on horses, we hide.
Lizard folk.
Right,
As Owen looks around.
Good morning.
What the hell? Stop jumping out of
Sorry.
bushes. Who else is here?
I wasn't even in the bush. I was just sleeping on this log.
I
You
put
know.
on my hat and I start running at them as if I'm gonna try to attack them. No.
It's a file.
On all fours. They get on all fours.
They would
and
have
I start
killed you.
growling. Girls love dogs.
You are an unknown species to them. Not really. You're just actually just beast folk.
I would still be playing dead.
What are you lot doing out here, huh? I'm just resting, but you're acting. What are you hiding
You've
from?
you've heard the news.
The news.
You know, all those fucking caravans being stolen from and shit. Over at Port Rivers.
You're talking about the red steps, huh? Actually, that's why we're out here.
Is
Not
that
for
their name?
them. Well, that's the gate. That's the bandits.
Alright.
The red steps.
Oh, I didn't know
They
that.
go by. The reason they're called that is because they leave, well, they say, behind them each of their step is drenched in blood and flame. But you know, that's just a bunch of
That's
nonsense.
how you get foot fungus.
Anyway, who else is out there? As he kind of raises a badge, and on the badge you see it looks like a coin, and the top of the coin is like the sword coming, like has like chopped the top of it open, and it's almost like a storm is going outside of it. We work for Sir Galvera from Port Crevice. Currently, we're just scouting for the Red Steps. We are en route to Maplewood with Erlen, the White Mage. We're going to investigate
That's where this
crimes.
came from.
Did you?
Yeah.
As he seems, you can tell these guards are pretty casual. Like, they don't seem worried about you. Probably because they are guards. And also, if they're from Crevice, they've definitely seen a lot of, like, more than just humans. But you can always still kind of get that sense, at least for, like, one, maybe two of them every now and then, that they're always on edge. When you're a lizardman, they're always kind of on edge. Not that they're not afraid of you. They're probably the opposite. But kind of just, the racism in general is just so deeply imbued into these people's bones.
As soon as he like flashed the badge that he was working for, who was he working for again?
He said Sir Galver Pestadar. That's the Night Lord that runs this region.
Sir
Basically, he's one of the
Galvera's
scroll knights.
Is that one of the ones we
Sir
killed?
Pestadar. No, Galvera is actually the only one not in that fight, and the fight took place in his land. So that's kind of...
All right.
Okay, but as soon as they like flash that badge, I would come out of hiding and just say,
God,
"Oh,
how
sure."
many more are there?
I just whistle for Jackal to come over.
And that's the last.
Jackal comes out on all four, or on two legs. Greetings,
Like Scooby-Doo.
friends.
Just walks on. Hello. Greetings.
Anyway, as we said, we didn't mean to... It seems you might have been resting here. We didn't mean to bother you. It's just... Also, is that someone's teddy bear over there? That's what color eye.
Yeah, that's my teddy bear.
No, that's my teddy bear.
Well,
Okay,
guys,
I
can you
guess-
stop fighting over the teddy bear? You can both share it.
You
You're
guys
right.
you guys should have totally said that it was the Jackal's toy.
Yeah, that's honestly missed
Ow.
opportunity
As
for you guys.
these people kind of rearrange, and they do it pretty casually, but they kind of just switch to talking to Benedict. So,
Oh, of course they did.
so I heard that all of you came from Maplewood, huh?
Oh.
But they're talking to you, Benedict.
Oh.
He was so fucking. What are you doing? You're
Oh.
Sorry, I get you just woken up.
He's
You
shy.
hear me?
Oh. he's like, what?
Not used to talking to humans.
I know what he's doing, and it's like, yes, we I actually just met up with this crew as they were coming to me from there, of course.
If you've all been from Maplewood, perhaps it'd be, well, our main force is only, near the road. If you plan on going over there, I think our commander Erlen would appreciate maybe hearing what you have to say. We're heading there. Actually, unfortunately, I shouldn't say that. But
What?
we'd appreciate any help.
Go on. don't be shy.
I'd read. He kind of looks at you, and you kind of get his face kind of turns a little bit solemn, not serious, but kind of solemn. Like you can tell that he's not saying it because he's trying to hide something, but he's kind of serious as he continues on to say, we just don't wish to worry you civilians. That's all.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need to worry
We're
about
not
it.
much
It
of
is.
civilians.
It's now controlled. Not civilians. You work for.
Did
One
you
of the
already
night
tell him
lords?
like anything about what we're doing,
Y-
Hawkins?
Nope.
Oh well, we're actually a traveling circus. You see.
That's still a civilian.
Yeah, you Dom in the
Nice.
distance. Dom was
Shut the fuck up, turtle.
I will remove your
you,
loins.
you see one of the guards on the left taps his chin. That made sense why you have all these non-humans here. Brings more attraction
yes.
money.
Oh.
I do the balancing act, and I'm also not a civilian.
So honestly, anything you could tell us to help us, set up our little business, our little show.
Well, perhaps you should come with us. You can talk to Erlen. We're, unfortunately, we still need to keep scouting as we move. I doubt the Red Steps would ambush our patrol, but if we catch sight of them, as he kind of
Bet
turns,
we're on a
actually,
tight schedule.
he looks actually back at you, Benedict. Say, you've been walking on foot this entire time?
Actually, we have. It's been quite hard. My shoes aren't quite cut for walking. He has like dress shoes, like for tap dancing and shit.
Do you carry any weapons on you?
Not extensive weapons. I don't know about them. I don't quite control what they wear.
You don't really look like a bunch of bandits anyway. You don't wear the uniforms.
No, we would never.
You're probably okay.
We don't have
If
any
you'd be
need for
interested-
your money.
If you'd be interested, one of us can lead you back towards the road if you're going towards Port Crevice. And you can meet up with our patrol there on our way down. And we need to keep scouting. We don't mind. Sorry for ruining your sleep if you were still sleeping. It's just. Yeah. You did it.
Oh, well, that would be lovely. However, we would have to take a little bit of a break from you. We don't want to be too handholdy, right?
So you need not travel with us. Simply, we're going the opposite ways.
Oh, well, that would be fantastic then. Onwards we
Yes.
go, fellas.
As the one
Only
on the
this
right
rainbow
says he'll lead
leader.
you, and the other ones kind of keep going. They kind of just nod towards you, and they actually, they kind of give a nod to everyone else too, just to show some form of respect, as they run off, and they continue to seem to be just kind of generally scouting the forest, kind of checking to make sure there's no ambushes or anyone hiding. You guys know what you want, but this one on the right is. He kind of looks at you. I'll give you some time to pack up, and I'll lead you back towards the road. You know where it is, but I'll lead you to where we are.
Oh, absolutely. You're lovely, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Can I do
Did he say that gritting his teeth?
Can I do an
Yes.
Arcana check to see
Yeah,
if
Dom,
I
would you?
notice these people are alive?
You would know. You just woke up a little bit, but seeing them, you'd understand that they're undead. You'd understand.
Yeah, but
that-
like
you don't understand how
they're acting dead. So wouldn't I have to do an Arcana check just to see?
Well, you would have seen
if
them
I
kind of
know.
over there before these horses got up. You would have seen everyone hide, and so you would have seen them literally shamble
Oh.
over there.
Fair enough. Then I go
Yeah, so you go.
up to Jeddah.
You would realize if you go over there, you're going to blow their cover from this horseman who's over here. Who's waiting on
I
you
don't
guys.
think so. Yeah, I'm very sneaky in the bushes.
You can do a stealth check if you're willing to contest with them.
I'll do it later. It's fine.
Okay. Go ahead. What else are we doing? He's waiting on you guys to pack up and settle yourselves.
How are we gonna leave with our dudes?
I don't know.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna cast a spell and kill him.
Arguably, you could. No.
Fuck, what do I do? Shit.
Well, can't you just like tell them to follow, but like far behind?
I can give them orders and like they'll
He's
do what I
already.
say, but
Do you have a range on them?
I actually really need to pee while you try and figure this out. You guys can help each other, but now you're instantly feeling the pain of being a necromancer, huh?
I can't believe
You're
that fucking Benedict is
5 minute break.
cucking us right now.
jeez. Oh no, what do I do?
Well, we
Wait,
can
wait,
just-
wait.
Any
I missed
ideas?
this last part. What happened? Wait.
Yeah, I got
What
up. I'm a little lost.
This is your fault. We have to. How do I get these? How do I hide these undead from the army?
How dead do they look? Can't you just
They-
like cover them up?
Not alive.
I can cast minor illusion on them to make them look healthy.
Yeah, that'd
but
work. I can
but
get
like I
them
don't know how
closed.
long that lasts. I might just have to like renew it constantly.
I can cast
okay.
minor illusion as well.
Okay,
But-
so if we do it together, I'm sure that we can hold it up, and or we can like alternate. You know, you cast it and then I cast it, and then yeah.
Yes.
The problem is our minor illusions might look a little bit different from each other.
You
I
could
don't know
make
how
them
to
attack
protect
us
against-
and
You can do one of them.
play it
or
off
the
as if
other.
they're our enemy, and then
Yeah,
just
but then if
revive them
anyone
again
sees
later.
us, then they kill them.
Yeah, because then if anyone knows can see us do the magic. Fuck.
What we could do is you could like order them to start attacking us, or like ambush us.
Well,
and then the
they're not
guards will help
gonna-
us kill them, and then later you can just revive them again. Like we can carry the bodies. And be
That's
like, "You're
fucking-
gonna take them
Honestly, I
down."
could just bring this guy over and distract him very fucking easily.
But like, what do I even do with them?
Put them in Anatoly.
Anatoly? What
I
does
can
that
put them
mean?
in him, but I can give him clothes.
Can Anatoly do that? I don't know what Anatoly can do.
He can turn into clothes.
They,
Can you turn
I
into
don't
two
think-
pairs of clothes?
No.
I don't think they would notice.
But if you
I
have
don't
minor
think-
illusion, then it wouldn't really matter.
I don't think people would notice me doing minor illusion anyway, because I look just like mentally unstable at all times, anyways. You know, I'm always making weird noises.
They
You could just
recognize
say that
your
you're
cast
healing
as
now.
well.
What's that,
Probably.
Fond?
They recognize talking about the minor illusion. He may not understand it's magic, but he'll probably understand you're doing something as long as he can see you or hear you. Even if it sounds weird.
I'm gonna. Might be a little bit risky.
Like, how long
but
does it
I'm gonna-
last? 1 minute.
Yeah, it's not very
You
long.
gotta do it every minute.
Yeah, but like, yeah, but we can. Yeah, I'll just have
Also,
to keep
if
renewing
you-
it.
If you run
adjust.
into someone who has a better understanding of magic, which there's no need for me to hide this from you. He literally said,
Yeah.
Erlin, the white priest.
The white mage. Yeah, the white
Which-
priest, yeah.
A white mage is also kind of a priest, so that could also be another factor in this.
Well, we don't have to go see him, right?
To some
I mean,
extent.
we've already agreed. Now we're gonna look weird. I guess if we could find
He
an
just agreed to
excuse.
take us to the road.
Yeah, we're gonna go opposite
Yeah.
ways after that. So I'm just gonna, I guess I can.
I guess we can
I
just-
can hold up. I can hold up minor illusion, and I'll just like do some sort of funny bit with them until we get to the road, and then we can just walk.
I'll
leave
tell
when
them
they're
to
done.
wait, and then we'll circle back.
No, what?
I'll say
I don't
stay in
think-
the bush, and we'll circle back once they've moved on. Because honestly,
You
I
can
don't want them to
also-
move. Because we've already said that this is everyone, and if they start moving, they'll see two more people, and they'll be
True,
suspicious.
and I don't think they can speak either. Is the problem?
And they can't speak, and they're also tired, and
They-
they look
yeah.
undead. I'm gonna have the chance to discuss.
And they
them.
like nod or nopers.
You could
I can-
I mean,
potentially disguise them.
I can
if you have
use
time,
well.
but they're like blown.
If I
to bits right
if I
now.
use if
Yeah, I
so
haven't got time.
if I minor illusion their appearance and you minor illusion their voice, then we can
Only
just,
minor illusion
do
one
a
thing, though.
whole act.
What you guys could do
Yeah,
is you
only
guys
one at a
could
time.
you guys could leave me here, and then whenever you get on the road and stuff, be like, oh crap, I forgot to grab me,
Well, what,
my teddy bear, and double back.
you guys could do
We
anything.
could
but
just wait
also
for them to
as-
leave and just
yeah, as
circle around
Hawkins-
once they.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. I'm basically agreeing with you. That's what I'm saying. Like that's probably you guys are maybe overthinking it because you guys understand that they're marching towards Maplewood. They're going to basically he's leading you to the road since they're marching towards. They're like the scouting party ahead. And since you guys may have information in Maplewood, he's gonna take you to the road. You guys are gonna meet up with the main group that's marching towards you. You may talk to their leader a little bit, and then they'll pass.
I have an idea.
You guys can just do what you want. Basically,
I'm just gonna say that there's something that we need to do in this forest, and that Benedict forgot, and now we have to stay here a little
giving
longer.
us time to get ready.
Let's just leave them here and then we'll circle back once they've left. We won't even mention it. We won't say anything. We'll do anything. We'll just okay, bye. We're going to put crevice and then we'll circle around once they've walked.
Why don't you guys just say we didn't get enough sleep? We're gonna sleep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
These guys are just really
I'm
fucking
just gonna say that we have to do something here, and that they can
Yeah, but that seems so
scurry on their way.
suspicious.
No, it doesn't.
It's like we have to do something here in the woods.
We do. I'm a little turtle that likes foraging for things. That's not crazy.
Literally just say, oh, you guys interrupted our sleep a little. I think we're going to sleep a little longer and then continue our travels. It's not like they're going to sit here and wait for us to finish sleeping.
People forget things all the time, you know? Benedict could have easily forgotten that we had to do something.
I also have like giga high probability of like deceiving people, so
yeah.
I could do that.
So I think it is more than reasonable that we say that we have some task that we still need to do here, if that's sleeping or foraging, and that they should actually go on their way. Don't wait.
One of you guys could fucking fake like pass out or something.
Oh, the poison!
What's the plan here?
I'm just gonna do it.
Around.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say this, but my little friend here, Benedict, forgot we actually have to do some foraging here. Sorry.
You're right. This must be a good circus. As he kind of looks towards Benedict.
Yes,
I think I'd like to come see your performance. This one's cute.
Although, not exactly what he meant, but some of us here are a little underestimated, and I might have underestimated their sleep schedules. Looks at Damu.
I can balance on one foot while T-posing.
I don't know. Okay. So, if you could at least just point us in the direction, and we could get on our way.
I mean, you know where the direction of the road is, right?
Yes, absolutely.
I forgot.
Right?
We did get a little mixed up, so you just point us in the right direction. I think it was over there. I pointed the direction.
That is, in fact, where the road is. However, don't you wish to come and speak to Erlen? You probably have some important information. This is a very serious... This is very serious what we're investigating. It's a
but if we need... let's just go talk to him and we'll get some more sleep later. We'll take a nap or something.
I suppose.
It'll only be short as well.
Alright, I'll go get the bear.
That's what we should have said.
Whenever Hawkins comes over here, Gom's gonna whisper to Hawkins,
"Leave me here. I'll watch over them."
Okay.
Toss him in the bush.
He's
I'll talk over that,
whisper.
so even if he would have overheard, I would have just been talking over it.
No, he's gonna whisper to those wounded, "Stay here until I come back. Don't move it."
They seem to... Yeah, they don't really do anything.
Yeah, they're probably still playing dead. They're good little undead creatures. I love them.
Okay, so you guys are going to leave with this guard, yes? Trying to follow him?
Alright, Kira.
Yeah. As you can see, Kira's just like been scribbling in a journal.
Slash me follows.
Dom, I need you to make a stealth check.
Okay.
Let me see. Where is this? That's pretty good. Where is perception? Oh, here we go. Yeah, the guard kind of looks around. You got everything, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's head on. As he starts leading you guys back towards the road. Pretty casually. He doesn't really say much. He goes, even though he's on a horse, he trots, pretty casually, so you guys don't have to.
I do it faster than him.
You're trying to walk that
I turn into a horse.
Oh, one of you can actually do that.
Oh.
As
I
you
go on
make your
all
way-
fours and I bound.
He's
you
like
also.
galloping.
I start
Alright,
galloping.
so you guys walk. It's going to take you about 10 minutes or so to get to the road at this pace. Not very far. Actually, we'll get to you in a second. Let me switch maps. Firstly, let me look at maps. Not that. Let's see. It's not right. Okay, I found it. Alright, let me pull you guys here. Oh, it might load a little bit. I don't know. Oh shit, there's people here we don't need. Oh my god. Old friends. Here, let me try and drop all you back on here.
Win done.
I'll put you on here too, Dom, just so you can see. Alright, let me get this. As you guys kind of get back towards the road, you don't really see anything at first. He kind of leads you towards the road, and he starts leading you up the road, very briefly. If I can find him. Alright. I see him in the distance now. As you kind of, in the distance, you kind of start hearing a uniform trotting of noise. As coming down the road, you see kind of a brigade of men. It's much larger than this. You probably see, at first, it's hard to, the sound of galloping and trotting gets louder and louder in uniform. At first, you see a row of horsemen about 4 wide, and as you try and get to the side and look back, it just keeps going. You imagine there's probably 500 horsemen here. And in the front, it's saying that this man kind of rides to the front on a horse as he sees one of his stouts approaching.
Still loading.
Yeah, it's fine. There's no rush. I can probably tell why you're loading. But yeah,
I kill him.
Basically, what? Do you want to?
I
kiss
stab
him.
him with my face, with my cunning looks.
No matter what I want to say, I think I would regret not allowing you to fight this man with his 500 horsemen.
I think it'd be funny.
I think I would enjoy it.
I scream, "We're working with Kronos the Shamed."
He starts swinging, and I start blasting.
Anyway, so, in the Kronos said...
Wow. Oh, fuck, I need to look at something, actually, while you guys are loading.
And everyone clapped.
And everyone clapped. Did they really, though?
Yeah.
Oh me, oh my. Sweet butter apple
I got these
pie.
loads.
Yeah, we'll get over this stuff eventually. I know why. It's these roads. It's just, there's actually one particular reason why this has been happening. But we can't freaking get there in our
Really?
sessions, so we take too long. Not that's a problem. But, what's it?
Wait, in campaign is like, oh, by the way, we've changed the road style, so now they all look different. We hired some new civil engineers, and now only the roads though look different. We use a different kind of brick for every single road, even the ones you've already been past. We changed them.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
I don't care though.
Rude.
Fortnite Battle Pass.
That was kind of rude, wasn't it?
Kind of rude, but also kind of poggers.
Kind of deserved. Says
Oh, I loaded.
Oh, we're not.
Mo
Unless you
5 is
want.
getting like real serious. Like, wait
I'll
a second.
take like this area.
Yeah,
Dude,
well,
why's my squares behind? That's so fucked up.
Why didn't
Well, I
find
wouldn't
that?
put it
That's
past you guys to do something like that.
That
Donald
is,
would never.
yeah, not a. That's something they would do.
I'll kill that one. Benedict can kill these. And
Take this area.
Jackal will deal with this one.
Jackal is.
Guys, I'm going to cast Slur on the Great White Wizard,
Whoa.
so he starts cussing at me.
It's just like Dev. Using slur against the whites.
Huh?
How can I find this?
How do I get rid of this fucking thing?
You click the top version, click on it, and delete.
I
I
can't
found it.
You
click
see
on
the square thing? It's like not quite the square, it's like the square bunch of holes in it.
select
Brackets.
tokens.
The brackets option. Then you click on each particular thing you drew.
And you can also just like slide across the whole thing and then just press delete. You just box select everything.
Box select.
Really,
What?
it's not deleting now.
Maybe because you're fucking stupid.
My father was
My
a stinker.
Oh, you mean while I'm in this? Nice.
Wow.
My
Took me
father
while
was
to
a
find that one.
stinker.
Okay. Yeah.
My
let's get to
mother
it.
was a sphincter.
You as you see this horseman ride up, and you see this man in white ride down, and you see they kind of talk briefly. You can't really hear what they're saying. It's kind of it's quietly talking, and as he does, he puts his hand up.
I stretch and I
and-
release them.
As he put his hand up, the entire formation, they all, like each horseman raise their hand, and they as they all just kind of come to a stop.
He stepped on Damu's drawing.
You guys have stopped this entire platoon of like 500 horsemen, and I want all of you to make do a wisdom check, just a straight wisdom check.
I have no wisdom.
DC 16, DC 17.
I could literally never fail this. Watch.
Look how
Oh,
much
I
wisdom
did
I
a
have.
save. My bad.
I'm so wise.
I'm gonna check.
9.
Hi.
Okay, well,
okay.
I feel like someone not roll.
We all die.
Oh wait, no, Dom.
No, Dom's not
here. Kira. Kira.
Yeah. Da.
Wisdom
Well,
saves correct.
Da.
Just yeah. Okay, you kind of realize as you're looking at this person, and also you're the one who first saw these horsemen. You first saw this person, and all kind of actually, you know what? I don't play it on their call because I feel like this is something important. So we'll back up 30 seconds.
Leave me alone, please.
Okay.
You recognize this. You don't necessarily understand why he's here because you think this person and these troops should be much closer to Maplewood. This is the White Mage, and it looks like almost like the similar platoon of troops that was last seen fighting Jackal Eyes on. I don't know if you're actually there in the. I don't know if you may not. You might have been there during the session. Whenever the last thing you saw on the screens in the mess hall was Jackal Eyes basically murdering these people on that battlefield when he went and got Ermina's body. If you remember that. Though to be fair, I don't know if you were at the session. I don't know. Sometimes I have a hard time remembering what parts you were here for and which parts.
Well, I mean, I remember the fact that there was like the huge fight and whatnot, but I don't unfortunately
so
don't remember the White Mage in this game.
When you guys got, you didn't ever meet him. When you guys got back to Twilight Redemption and you guys were in the mess hall, and you guys basically saw basically you guys are watching that screen of the battle. If you remember that, at the very end, when Jackal Eyes basically disintegrated all of you, the very last thing that was on the screen as it was like kind of crackling before it's finally destroyed, was you saw Jackal Eyes standing in front of a battalion of cavalry charging at him, just mowing them down, and there was a White Mage fighting him there in hand-to-hand combat, and this is that White Mage. So to you, you'd realize that doesn't make sense because that was several days behind us. So this guy and these troops should be like 5 days south. But it's almost like they've like reset position or something. So basically, you recognize this is the guy who showed up at the end of the aftermath of that battle. And
So I would just be mainly confused as like how did he get here so fast?
Confused, and it may also just be an intrigue of like, oh, this is the guy who was fighting Jadwalize there at the very end. You don't know them, but it'd be like a moment to be like a recognition of like, oh shit, what the hell? This is that person who was in the video. So yeah, it'd be mostly kind of like a surprise thing, I think. I don't know if there's any concern there.
Was it like pretty equal fighting between him?
It seemed like he was leading the troops and they were charging Jadwalize, and he was just trying to fight him off. And then you didn't see that. You never saw the end of the fight because Jadwalize with Ermina's sword destroyed whatever the viewing device was. But now you know this guy survived, so you don't know what that means. Did Jadwalize run away? Did he defeat Jadwalize? Did also Jadwalize lost an eye, but did he lose that eye during their fight? And then maybe that weakened. You don't know. Basically, there's a lot of questions you might be asking, like, why is he up here now?
Okay.
You don't have any like solid things. It's mostly a thing of like you recognize this person from that, and you can draw whatever conclusions you want if there are any. It might just be like, I just recognize this guy. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, what about? Okay. But yeah, right now they're talking to each other. You guys have a few seconds to talk or prepare anything if you wish. But they seem to be chatting. He's giving them a brief rundown.
Yeah, we can start our game plan. Alright, I surprise attack this guy by eating his guy next to him. Frighten him, kill him instantly.
And suck all the blood out of him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just drain his cock. I mean cock. I mean drain his cock. I mean drain his cock.
And you can tell maybe a minute of them talking. It seems this white mage is about to approach you. Unless there's anything else you need. Actually, I can't control him.
Where'd he go?
He's
disappeared. Behind us.
I think Fawn just wants to be alone with Mo5.
Honestly?
Okay, guys. Okay.
Mo5, can you stop rolling high so that you get to be alone with Fawn?
You stop being high?
Yeah, of course. Sorry.
Whoever gets to roll the highest gets alone time with me.
You quit being so high.
Are you jealous that he's gotten too far in the booth model?
Oh, God. But no, since you guys don't seem to be talking or doing anything, he steps forward and he approaches you, Benedict. Hello.
I come. I mean, a blush. I mean, a come.
It's nice
good
to meet you.
hair,
My
great
name
heavens.
is- Oh.
I'll say.
He puts his hand out. He actually steps off his horse.
Good morrow, and I'll like shake your hand.
He steps off his horse, puts his hand out. My name is Erlen Aerith. I'm a white mage working for Sir Galvera for the Squall Knights. I have heard that you are from Maplewood, or you have traveled from there.
Yes, we have. You could say that.
I was trying to stop shaking your hand. Perfect. There are. Well, may I ask you, how many days ago did you start traveling?
Well, I actually joined them a little later, so I've only been here about 2-3 days. On the road, at least.
You see his eyes kind of. They don't furrow, but they squint a little bit. Like he is. Like this information actually matters to him. And the rest of them?
It was about 4 days, right?
Arguably, yeah, but you guys also realize that you guys are teleported. You don't know exactly. You also lost your maps. You guys don't know exactly
we
where
were a
you're
few days ahead, so just add that.
I also know that we did a little bit on a horse.
On a carriage.
I think it'll probably be about 5 days worth of travel.
The problem is you don't actually know how far Lilipun's teleported you, but you didn't only
Well, I mean, we know it's 6 days travel.
Well, that's on horse. It's 10 days on foot.
Yeah. Oh, is it? I thought it was 6 days. I thought it was 6 days on foot, and it was even shorter on horse.
That they teleported us like halfway there, from Maplewood.
That's what they say, but who knows? Yeah, I believe the way it works is, I think you're right. It's 10 squares away. That'd be about 5 or 6 days travel, because on the road it's half a day. A square is half a day for now, at least. So I think you're right. Yeah, about 6 days. You guys have been traveling for somewhere you think around 5 days, roughly.
Oh, well, we traveled about 5 days.
You didn't see anything weird, did you? Or hear anything, or experience anything?
What perhaps would you mean by weird? Because I'd say we're quite weird in itself. I'd like do a little bow.
Well, it seems none of you have, which is good. We don't wish alarm the... This isn't directly what we were going for, but unfortunately I had to come back to Port Crevice due to some responsibilities. We're not sure what it was. We think it was perhaps a wild dragon fight or a meteorite has struck a couple days south from here. I'm glad you didn't get caught up in that. It's destroyed part of the road and some of the landscape.
Dragon?
You know how they
we
are.
missed the dragon, didn't we? Because we teleported before.
Yeah, we did.
Well, he just says that you can tell that, and you guys know.
I mean,
what
you
really
would have seen it
happened.
on the TV.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you guys
you're
know what
right.
really happened. He's basically been like, he shrugs a little bit. We think it may have been a dragon fight, a meteorite or something. There's a lot of damage. The road is very hindered. The reason I asked is that your time frame,
Meteorite. I like that.
your time frame kind of matches up with that. We wanted to make sure you didn't see. We don't really have any eyewitnesses if it was a dragon or what. It does just a lot of damage.
Oh no, we must have barely missed it. That sounds terrifying.
Yes, so I had to come back from our mission and report. And now we're heading back to original goal of going to Maplewood. And if you were there originally, perhaps you have some information that could help us.
Like what? What does he mean by information?
There's a couple of things we're going down there for. Number one, we are to help fortify Maplewood as there's a bunch of unrest for various things. I'm sure we heard some rumors about a seer and the foreboding, and of course, we've heard our poor pride of our tourist town has had issues with their Maple Springs. But,
yeah, we saw the foreboding. Yeah, that was real. That's real.
You saw him, huh?
Yeah, that's for
He
real.
really
That's
showed
for
up.
real. For real.
Would I know about
Yeah.
the foreboding?
Yes, especially as someone in theatrics, you'd realize the foreboders are very famous, almost like a bard, like a very like an omen bringer almost. Like everywhere he goes and like tells a story or sings a song, is foreboded to end up in disaster. And it goes the same for people. If he sings a song to a person, their life is to meet disaster soon. So the foreboders showing up is kind of like saying that your town is about to meet an awful disaster. That's what he's known for.
Oh, you all saw the foreboding. You should have told me about that. Oh, I'll like jump up and down. Ow, 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 ow. I love that guy.
Oh, we can tell you about it later, but honestly, it was just kind of, it was like he was being mysterious, but not too much substance.
Well, I wouldn't think you have much taste considering your appetite.
But yeah,
the point
other than
is,
that, there's the marshes are a bit like dirty. I don't know how it works, but it seems like something's going on with that, and no one wants to use them.
Yeah, the springs I've heard been vandalized or something. We are to investigate that, though those are only parts of our plans to also fortify the town, as we are here to help the unrest. The main thing, of course, that stuff is kind of... Obviously, I didn't bring you here to ask you questions about all that. That is kind of common sense, I think. I'm sure if you were in Maplewood, you've heard, and I think even worse, I think it's starting to spread. There's been these rumors of a demon in the night. Mind
Demon!
monster. The one who invades dreams. Has everyone in uproar. They call him the Dream Walker. Half the people are terrified, the other half worship. We're going to investigate these rumors and ideally prove them to be false. I figured we could ask what your experience has been in Maplewood with such things, or perhaps if it spread farther. How the
Yeah,
people
they're
are.
making dream catchers, which apparently helps you, but I think it's just a bunch of snake oil.
He kind of
Apparently,
he
they
gives
stop
you-
him from appearing.
He kind of like rubs his beard. He kind of smiles. Hopefully it's all just a bunch of snake oil. A plot by maybe a bunch of thugs down there. That's all we can hope
like
for.
a good marketing scheme, says I.
Marketing seems no good if it ruins the faith of the people. Well, I should have about half a troop down there just about now. We'll meet up with them. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about what you've heard about this Dream Walker? Or what's going on? In Maplewood particularly. That's our main topic though, is have any of you experienced any form of realness from such claims.
I wouldn't know anything about the Dreamwalker, right?
Currently you do not. You may have heard a passing rumor or tell or something in Silifrin, but nothing like widespread. It may be like a traveling person came through. It's like, yeah, there's some things about some people are going on about Dreamwalker on the east of this country. So you may have heard passing rumors, but nothing serious. Is there any
I've got
realness to
nothing
this?
about that.
He kind of looks around. Nothing from you?
First
Nice
I've
to
heard
you.
of this.
Oh no, it might be real.
I see. Well, I suppose we shouldn't waste your time anymore if there's no proper information. We must be going as well. Time's of the essence.
Yes, it was fantabulous to meet you. I retcon that. It was fantastic to meet you.
It was
Down the line.
fantasticulous.
It was fantasticular.
As he kind of looks at, actually, all of you look pretty fine. Kind of looks around. Well, good luck to you all. If you, I suggest, if you go to Port Crevice, you ought to check out the Church of Taliesta. Or Lusverion, I suppose. It depends which one you wish to follow. As,
Yes, and say if you ever come to, what was the fucking city I'm from? Is it Silfrin?
Silfrin.
If you ever come to Silfrin by my Globe Theatre, it says, here's my card, and then I'll hand up one of my cards, and it's just a fucking deck of cards with my face on it.
He looks at it, and he kind of looks for a second, and looks up. You might have... Wait a second. I think I know you.
Oh, do you? And then I do the exact face that's on the card at the same angle and everything.
I've never went and seen your plays, but as you know, Port Crevice is known as the city of pleasures. It's hard for people who genuinely enjoy such things to not have heard of such a oddball theatrical performer. Perhaps I should change my suggestion from the churches. Maybe we should check out the theater. I think the nobles would like it.
I'd love to.
A performance by you. It may even just get Galvera himself to come out.
Oh, I'm sure he'd love that.
I can only imagine. He puts his hand out again. It's an honor to meet you.
Honored to meet you too, kind sir.
Yes. Well,
I do the firmest handshake ever recorded with my right arm, and it's bulging. It's sexy.
As he kind of just steps back after that. Well, as he gets back on his horse, I won't keep you any longer. Unless any of you need anything from us, it seems this talk wasn't as fruitful as ideal.
Okay.
You don't actually happen to have any spare clothes. Mine are nearly destroyed.
Nah, spare clothes.
No, nothing to spare. If not, it's fine, but
kind of things. All I have is a priest robe, a Lusverion. If that works.
That'll be perfect if you wouldn't mind.
As he kind of has to step off of his horse again to open up the satchel bag on the side. As he pulls out basically a uniform. You see it is it's almost white and pristine, and very almost like what he's wearing. A little bit less grandiose. He kind of hands over to you. Here you are.
Thank you very much, sir. It's very nice.
Just probably be careful with this, though. People will potentially mistake you for a priest of Lusverion. And
Oh, right. Maybe I should do some sewing and maybe try and not seem as official.
Wears pajamas or something. Point is, you don't wish to bring unnecessary attention to yourself.
Of course not. Right, gang, shall we head to Port Crevice then?
One more thing. What do you say the average level for every party member on your team is? What is the average HP?
Oh, how far are we actually?
420 HP, 96, 69.
No!
Headsets. What do you ask? Did you just ask me how far you are?
It's like, how far are we from Port Crevice? Are we
No. Right now you're
not too far, are
probably...
we?
You're probably on the cusp of 2 days, maybe.
All right, thank you.
Yes, kind of hard to tell. We have been on horses. Depends on how fast you walk, I guess.
I start sprinting. I all fours bound. I get there in 5
Yeah,
minutes.
we have our own horses. I teleport there.
Kind of.
Like an instant transmission.
He nods. Thank you for your time. Now we'll be on our way. As,
I guess we should give them some space and just go to the side of the road, right?
Yeah, as you step to the side
I
of the
charge
road.
straight through them and kill all of them.
I step to the side of the road and you kind of wait for them to go by. You see him go by, he kind of nods. Some of the guards kind of look at you. None of them really pay much mind. Some of them kind of look at you. Some of them seem maybe a little bit irritated even that the entire march stops because of just you guys. As they kind of just keep going. And you are sitting there for maybe... They're going at a trotting space. You're probably there for about 7 or 8 minutes. Maybe even a little bit more. As these horsemen just walk by you. There's just that many... There's just so many horsemen. This is
I'll
a
wave and
big...
blow out kisses to them.
And you transform yourself into a woman when no one was looking. Yeah, they don't pay much mind. It's just there's a large amount of horsemen. This is a proper army unit. And you guys have not actually seen a proper military unit in a while. Last time probably was you're in a major city maybe. So it's kind of a reminder of just almost what you're up against since you are with Twilight Redemption and effectively you are against all of Kadoy. Is almost a sheer reminder of just what you guys are up against. Like, this one unit has surpassed the members of Twilight Redemption tenfold. Easily.
I could beat them.
Yeah, kind of just a reminder there.
I could do it.
But yeah, they vanish. Yeah. I assume you guys are going to go back to circle around? Is that what's going on?
I want to cast Hocus Pocus to make the air 10 degrees warmer around me.
It's gotten really warm all of a sudden.
Sorry guys, I farted.
Okay.
You farted.
All right.
Oh,
you guys going back to?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you guys can go back pretty easily. There seems to be, after a little bit of time, they've all kind of passed. It seems the scouting was just in the front. There's no one in the back. You guys get back, you see Grom on the ground, and you find your two minions, Jetta and Valen, are just kind of doing what you told them to.
Thank you, Gom.
No problem. How was it?
Oh, it was just worthless waste of time.
Did they ask anything?
They just really wanted to know about, Paul Crevice. Apparently they've gotten word about the dragons.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
don't think they understand exactly who was there yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't know.
Yeah. Also, just heads up. 15 minutes left. England versus France. It's 1-0.
Oh,
what the fuck are you talking about?
77th minute. Oh, nothing. Just check. Yeah, know about it. Anyway.
Like soccer. Wait, are you talking about the soccer games today?
Should we get going?
Don't know what soccer is. I'll sock you. Yeah. Has anyone got any spare clothes?
I don't think any of my clothes would fit.
Oh, well, I had leather armor, but it blew up a little while ago.
Oh, sorry.
No problem.
No? Alright, well, I guess for now.
Wait, did you get spare clothes from the guy?
No, I got one pair of robes. One piece of robe.
Okay.
Good,
How sacrilegious is this? Putting priest robes on an undead.
That's a good question.
It's actually really funny.
Definitely very.
Right, are there any patches or something I can do to try and make this look more generic then?
Right now, it's probably kind of difficult. I mean, you don't really have any sewing tools on you, unless you have sewing tools, Mr. Have all items.
Let me check. Can we take my bag of goods? No.
You know,
You
Kit
might have
had
to
a
wait till you
disguise
get-
kit.
I mean, to be fair, you guys are literally going to a tailor, so I mean, I guess there's kind of a solution there at the end of the road.
True. I guess I'll
Oh, I have costume clothes.
Oh.
Dress him like a little jester or something.
There you go.
what kind of costume is it?
He puts that on.
What kind of plays do you do?
Yeah,
Like
what
what would
type
it
of
be?
costume?
It would just be like I don't know, look up. It'd probably
pilgrim.
just be like regal, like like you know those like puffy
Like what-
shoulder stuff.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. the
France
spiky
scored a
shoulder.
France scored a goal. It's
What the
2-1
fuck is
France.
France? Sounds like shit.
Yeah. Fuck
Come
yeah.
on, England.
Come on, England.
Anyway, don't worry about
some footy.
it. It doesn't matter.
That sounded so bad. Footy.
Right? I assume you guys probably walk and talk. No?
Yeah, we're
Could
walking.
one of
we're
you
walking.
carry me just in
The
case
thing
we
with
come
Arsenal
across anyone
is-
else?
They always try to walk it in.
I'm just gonna.
I'll carry
I'll
you,
put-
Gom.
Oh, okay.
I'll put.
carrying him.
Oh my god.
You're like dragging him.
I'll also put Gom on top of Jackal.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
that's way
put
better.
him on
Yeah.
like a mount. That's sick.
How do I do this?
Yeah, I'm just like limp on Jackal. On the back of Jackal.
We should build you a little saddle for Jackal.
We should.
There we go.
That'd be sick as fuck.
Does anyone have like extra claws that they could make?
Isn't there a feat for like riding?
Yep,
for
there's a
mounted
mount
combat, I think.
mounted combatant. Yeah.
And also lances are fucking crazy on mounts.
Can we get much higher?
Oh. What the fuck is that? I did not look at your stream. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow.
Here, let me re-roll the costume clothes, guys. Oh, I don't like that one. Let's do it again.
What the deuce?
Fuck.
Erm.
So that's kind of
What
interesting.
the flip?
Why can you see that? Oh,
Why can't I see what?
Oh, I think I understand.
I instantly perception check to see whatever the fuck that was.
Oh shit, that's the wrong.
How long is it for? Un? Did you need to go? We might be
we'll be
closing
ending
off
up
soon.
I now understand why that was like that. I was showing my wrong screen of Foundry. I wonder.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you see
I was
something.
gonna
so-
say something, but I didn't look enough to know. Here's the thing.
You'll see it. Yeah, we'll be done. We'll try and finish up here about 20 minutes soon. So I'm doing to a pretty good ending spot. Thankfully, we may go just a tiny amount over, but Un may have to go before that.
Okay.
But yeah, we were done.
What?
If you guys would ever
Who's
freaking
Un?
load, I can't believe this.
Yeah, I've been loading for a while.
Yeah, hold on, I have an idea. Okay, let's do that. All right. Okay, we don't really need you guys. You guys are just kind of walking. As you guys are walking, are you guys just kind of doing anything, or are you guys still just? casually-
I'm summoning Grap audibly.
Okay, so you'll have grip with you, which works.
So I'm like
yeah.
going.
Okay. As you guys are looking in, as you guys walk, and you're just casually talking or doing whatever it is you do, I want all of you. Let me find it here. If I can stop being silly. I want you all to make. Actually, I don't think you need to make one. Sorry, I'm having silly moments here. What's everyone's passive? What's everyone's
I
passive?
can't believe
perception?
Frat scored. Sorry guys, but I'm pissed.
Okay.
What's everyone's passive perception? Hey, actually, man, maybe we can't
Is
say
it
right
just
now.
the same as normal perception?
It's 8 plus your proficiency plus your wisdom. Actually,
To the right of, if you look at
Actually,
perception in your page, it's the like little gray number in the parentheses.
My passive perception is 17.
Mine's
Okay.
12.
Mine is
Okay.
10.
Okay,
It's the
Mine's
gray.
13.
You say is the gray number
13, okay.
on perception? It's 15.
15. Okay. As you all are walking pretty casually, doing what you do, everything you just kind of open on these. The walls of the road kind of empty out, and you all kind of are just casually talking or silent, looking around, And no one seems to notice this besides Benedict, you and Kira kind of notice this weirdly large mound of dirt. And out of that dirt, it's almost like two, like, what do you call those, like, little things you find in the water, like cattails? Like the weird little fuzzy nightlife.
The delicious little
almost
hot
looks like
dogs.
some of those, like, swinging up from this giant, weirdly placed dirt, like, mound of dirt. It looks like it almost looks like a giant grave has just been placed here. Like, just a crap ton of dirt. Not very secretive on the side of the road here.
That is
this is the first thing you've seen
unusual
in
amount
a
of
couple,
dirt.
You guys have been walking for a couple hours, maybe nearly half a day, and nothing really strange has happened besides, this now, and it's just kind of eye-catching. It's definitely not something you've seen before. It's kind of, I guess any of you can make perhaps an insight roll or even a better perception roll. But yeah, you definitely see it.
7.
Do you think that's quite a strange amount of dirt, might you say? Much like the dirt which you dug up the dead body over there.
Well, the only ones who can make the insight, I guess, are the ones who've seen it, unless you guys point it out. I guess, well, Benedict just did point it out, I suppose.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I pointed out.
Yeah, since you pointed out, I'll be
You guys
for
can
it too.
insight it.
I can't do like actual perception checks because I guess I'm still loading.
Okay.
So
Really?
That works.
I wasn't able. It's not letting me.
I'm
load.
also
really?
still loading.
Yeah, you guys may have to
Same.
refresh.
I did performance.
I was doing some stuff on here, so it may have fucked it up. You may need to reload. Not that's too serious.
I would.
What's performance?
invite it
Just
to that.
re-roll with insights. That was good. Kira, everyone else kind of doesn't really understand too well. Kira, whenever you see this, and it's moving around like swaying in the wind, but you kind of realize there's not that much wind, nor are these plants that you recognize. This might be an animal, might be a creature in this pile of dirt right beside the road.
Huh.
Okay.
Guys,
Oh.
what is there's a
What's that?
seems like there's an animal on the ground.
What's going on? Like
Oh, that's quite a lot of dirt.
You guys see it, and it's really long. It's like this pile of dirt is like double your guys' size. I don't know if you wish. You don't have to do anything with it, but it's information you have. And it is on a road that you're going to be passing pretty close to it.
I want Grep to burrow in, and then
Okay.
I'm going to use Thunder Wave to
Is
cause
this
a
is this like
15-meter explosion.
Holy shit!
Is this like a big mound of dirt? Like how big is this?
a
So-
bus.
So assume that you guys are medium size, maybe a huge mound of dirt.
So this is big.
Like yeah,
Like 4 times
How many
the size of us.
buses?
Like-
How many
like-
school buses?
yeah. Maybe only one scroll bus.
That's a single school bus big, guys. I will
so
relay that
you
information.
send Grep in there to.
He burrowed in, and now I'm casting Thunder Wave through.
That's a great
Grep.
idea. It's a
And it's
fucking
gonna-
fantastic idea.
Holy
Team wipe
shit.
number 4.
It's like Mumbo
Well,
number
we're not
five.
close enough for me to.
Oh, shit.
We're not within a 15-meter square, are we? That's what I want to make
Just
sure.
fucking move my map.
Okay.
over. Hold on.
I can't see anything still, so.
Yeah, no one can.
I'm so sad because I know it's in it because I fucking screen cheated. Damn it.
How dare you?
Oh
Venus?
no!
It's an
Please-
accident.
Please that we don't party wipe, and then he says that. That's not ominous at all. Okay.
It's another
I'm-
fucking
so-
reflector.
So I had
I'm
made this
sorry,
map a long time
guys.
ago, and now I'm coming to realize I now understand some things about map making and Foundry. All right. Okay.
Back
As
to
you
the bramble,
do,
guys.
as you do this,
No, I'm gonna cast it in a very
Br-
obvious way, though.
it's you guys are probably pretty close to this, simply to be able to pull this off. But as you do this, it goes off without a hitch. Your little grep barrels basically into the top of this, And then through the grep, you cast Thunderwave. Please roll the spell so I can see the
I
die.
tried to do it earlier, but like it
Okay,
just
I
isn't
can,
rolling.
I can do it for you. You probably
Oh,
you're
did it
gonna
not load
load
it?
Here, I shall cast it for you. Jesus Christ. Thunderwave. Cast spell. I think this is a saving throw. Okay, it does pass. It is going to take this. Damn, does it take half? Okay, it takes half. Okay.
It does.
Oh, there's something in there that is life, huh?
Well,
What?
you would
Who'da thought?
realize. Here, I can share my screen for you guys real fast too, so you guys can actually see this.
I'm gonna look in your stream.
Leroy
as
Lamau
well.
tries to
Or I just
fucking
you guys
Thunderwave
could look at my.
God.
Actually, no, you wouldn't be able to see my stream anyway.
Oh, I'm
since
loaded.
showing it. Are you loading?
Oh.
Oh, perfect, Pubis. Pubis is here. Then.
I'm loaded there. That is a big pile of dookie doo doo.
Pubis,
This is just like
as this dirt is basically in a 15-foot square, this dirt goes flying, almost like a small volcano eruption. As dirt just starts pattering everywhere, and you hear in the ground as busting out
Does
of
the
the
mic
ground.
cut off in character too?
Having a great time. As busting out the ground, what you first saw, what you guys might have thought were cattails or some kind of weird plant life, bust out of the ground. It turns into these two giant antennae as a giant stag beetle burst out of this dirt.
This is just like Deep Rock Galactic.
And the stag beetle is, in fact, what's it going to do here? The stag beetle is going to.
Well, Damu, I'll leave you to this. Gotta go.
Dude, I didn't
pick
know.
your
Dude,
right.
I thought it was just gonna make a fun little dirt splatter.
It's just a silly little dirt explosion, you know.
This giant beetle raises up as it busts out as with this explosion, as it comes out, as it looks around and it sees the lot of you over here.
Guys, if you don't move, it can't see you.
As this thing is, you look at it, and the description is, it's a beetle, huge, probably about triple, maybe quadruple your size. All of you could stand on its back at once and feel decently comfortable. Its entire exoskeleton is made of this green, very reflective surface. It has these eyes, these giant eyes that are probably twice the size of your head that just bulge out. It has these giant pincers on the end, and these two antennae that seem to be more like, almost like a rhino horns that could pierce you, and it look like they could serrate you very easily if they touch you. As it looks like this beast is, the beast is running straight toward all of you. You guys can either stand there or you can get the fuck out of the way. But if you don't get the fuck out of the way, you don't have to check.
Gom gets the fuck out the way.
Gom, please make a dexterity check.
I can't see, so I can't do that.
Can you not click on your thing? Okay, a better question. Would you like to do...
Oh wait, I got it.
Either do athletics or acrobatics. You just have a choice if you're trying the other way.
Get the fuck out the way.
I do acrobatics.
I would like
you
to
should be able to. You should be able to
do
just click on your,
something
in the top
fucking epic.
The
And
top
that
part
is-
doesn't exist for me right now.
You can't go to the top right. Oh, you can't? Interesting. I'll do
Yeah,
that then.
I can. Like, you know, you go to the second tab, the one with the skull, players, open your character through there, character sheet.
Oh, and then I can click on the acrobatic.
I would like
clicked on it.
to-
Did it work?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, Huddins, you roll.
I would like to do this and cast command on the bug to halt.
Okay, and after a rest, by the way, you would have got your charge back, so you're better 5. But please, let's see. Command is saying halt, so it needs like a saving throw. Doesn't he understand you?
I think I can talk to animals, maybe. Something like that.
Can you? Is
I
there a
had
reason you
something.
could?
I think it might have only been to my companion. Let me see
Might
this.
only be your companion. Yeah, I think it's only your companion, maybe. 'Cause I think
Natural
it's-
language, all beasts and monstrosities.
Oh, really? Well, this is not a. I guess this might be a beast. I would consider this a beast.
W.
Okay, that's. It's going to have to make a wisdom saving throw, which I don't think it's very good at. let's
What's my
see.
DC? How do I see my DC?
Actually, I
in
don't know. It's
Spellbook?
pretty good. Look
15.
at your spellbook.
Although I think it might be like a weird calculation instead.
It should be at the right at the bottom left where it says spell save DC.
Yeah, it says 15, but I feel like
Okay.
I had something else.
15. It's good.
changes
So your
that.
spell save is going to be 8 plus your proficiency plus your whatever your spellcasting modifier is. So probably for your wisdom.
Yeah, just 15.
This thing seems enraged, and is making this awful noise as it is still charging. It's going to charge through all of you.
Andy, can you
Dominic
share
is still
screen?
in.
Then I will acrobatics, I
I
guess.
tried early. Actually, oh, I see.
Oh, I
I see
can see
my-
now.
Okay.
Oh,
This thing busted out.
oh,
this
so
dirty thing.
that's. Jeez, what the fuck is that?
It's a fucking giant ass stab
Holy
beetle.
shit.
Pile.
That fucking its house blown apart by fucking Dahmer. I mean, what else do you expect?
Dude, I just wanted to see funny dirt splatter.
Okay,
man.
I need
Oh my
Kira to
God.
make a, unless Kira already did, a Dex or Athletics, unless you're standing
Is
in-
Grep
in
okay?
front of this.
Wait, it was Dex or
Grip flies,
athletics? I don't
grip
even know.
Sorry, it's Athletics or Acrobatics, that's what I meant to say.
Oh.
But, as you guys do that,
Just
all of-
fucking flew off his house.
all of you
So
have
fucking
actually,
epic there,
all of you have
Lamau.
managed, you guys saw this coming. This was kind of a, kind of shocking at first, but all of you kind of saw this approach as all of you kind of just get out the way as this thing charges through.
Dude, Tom's gone. Where'd he go?
Your dom ran. This thing starts running down the road. Away
Oh,
from
it's
you.
just gone? It's daddy like that?
Yeah,
And-
my
and
screen
you
is way different.
I mean,
And you see, what's wrong with yours? Is it all light? You can't see anything?
Like I'm like behind.
Oh yeah, who knows?
yeah, you're over
Okay,
here
I
for
can-
me.
I can move you up. Yeah, you moved back. You were over
Well, like
there.
no one else is up there. Everyone else is back where I was.
Okay,
really?
you may have to.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I don't
maybe
see the
another thing,
beetle
right?
either.
I don't see the
I see.
beetle either.
Well, we're about to change maps anyway. I think. For one
Oh,
second.
not
At least on my-
again.
At least on my screen, you guys. It won't matter if you guys are there or not. But this beetle, you see, it runs down maybe several hundred feet, maybe 1,000 feet. It doesn't seem to want to fuck with you guys. And
Man,
it
I
seems to
wanted to
start-
befriend it. Then
seems
we'd
to
have a
start-
fucking stick-ass beetle mount.
As it runs down like 200 more feet, you see it barrels itself in the ground again as another weirdly odd-looking piece, like ground mound of dirt, is formed beside the road.
I send in Grep.
Gang, I think we should just leave.
I said
Are you
rep to
about to-
follow him through the tunnel. Kill!
Gang,
yeah,
I think
basically-
we should
I
just
cast
go.
hideous laughter on this
you
beetle.
guys
Dude, we could
obviously
have had
pissed
the
it off.
fucking stick, the
is
fucking
like-
stag beetle bust from Hollow Knight. That'd be fucking sick.
You guys pissed it off, but it seems to not want to fuck with you. But you guys did. You run out.
It's your fucking fault.
Do you want
don't
to kill
get
it,
a
guys?
bus.
I mean, do we want to kill this thing? I think it'd be kind
Guys,
of fun.
we should keep moving.
I think we should
Yeah,
just fuck off.
we should get yeah.